Welcome, and thank you for showing interest in our campaign. My name is Alex, and I am the DM. Without further ado, I bring to you co.liva Legacy.
Previously on Discord between sessions, I, Alistair, finished off the gibbering mouthers. Well, I helped. Technically, it was the Chosen One's Warhammer that did the final blow, but there is no doubt that I was the key component. After that, the lazy fleabags sat around camp and talked or rested or who cares what they did. I'm the one that took on the laborious duty of investigating the nearby buildings to the south. I found some rather interesting locations. A mess hall, kitchen, housing, and above all, a gorgeous library. My books! I love it so! At some point, I had to take a breather from reading, and after eating a meal, prepared rather well from the ever-forgetful Marsh, we were alarmed to find a shout. An alarming shout from the Chosen One. We ran immediately to his aid in the woods, only to find that he was upset about not being able to fit into a stupid cave. Follow his stupid owl bear and kobold into a cave, who cares? Between Henry and the big half-orc baby, I was guilt-tripped into going in there and getting them out, only to find on my return that he was blocking the damn entrance. Well, I excavated him quickly enough and, well, he knocked me over. The idiots then went back in the cave while I sat outside. A few minutes later, they arrived nearly dead. They fell unconscious inside the cave. Something about dark shadows, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I don't prescribe to the nonsense of morons. Anyways, I made a clever use of my ample abilities and brought them to the surface without even having to enter the cave myself. I saved that little Darko one from drowning in the water that was streaming into the cave entrance, and from there we dragged the rest of them to our campsite that was nearby. I, of course, slept indoors like a gentleman, but I'm sure they were quite comfortable out on the dirt. What? That's it. You should be all caught up now. Don't be lazy. Go subscribe to Leave a YouTube channel and sign up for our Patreon. That way you can join our Discord channel yourself and not waste my time with these updates. Be gone, or I'll cast a spell on you.
Darko went on to investigate this library and to pick up some good literature. He's in the middle of studying currently.
So, yeah.
Where Gallant and Little Chosen One went up a bit northeast, and they're kind of checking out the what seems to be like a proper meeting hall or gathering hall, so to speak. And then Alistar is currently at what seems to be the main like city hall or manor of this place, where Henry and Marsh and Cobalt are still in their little makeshift camp with what little supplies they have. By the way, real quick question. Some of your guys' names show, some of them don't. I wanted to ask you guys for the purpose of streaming, do you want all your names to be seen?
Sure.
I think at least initially, probably, so, if people are watching, they get to know our characters.
If my that's fine. I'm good with it.
I can change yours. I can change yours.
16 health before I went unconscious. 27? Yeah. Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. So, with that, I will have all of you guys just roll a d20 and let's get a general initiative to see who's doing what first.
I have a quick question.
Go for it.
I can't get logged in. I tried putting in the access key I gave you, but...
No, it should be an M. Because that goes to show who pays attention to my postings.
Sorry.
So they can see our
good.
roles now, right? So we don't need to announce what they are.
Actually, go ahead and let me see the next person that rolls. I didn't pay attention to what they actually see because I have it like
we're
set up.
just rolling. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, just a straight roll, not like an official initiative or anything.
Yeah, I'm not going first.
So Let's see. We got one more roll in. I'll announce some of the rolls if they don't pop up on the screen because it looks like they get cut off based off of where I have the way I have it dropped. But no big deal. We'll manage all that in the future. Maybe we can set it up on a roll caption, like safe zone. I don't know. We'll have to look at the settings on that. I'm missing a Marsh. Oh, he's logged in. So.
Yeah, sorry.
Henry, Alistar, and Darko.
I'm
When you guys
leaving
logged in,
this
it should have
place.
asked you to select your character. I'm assuming you guys didn't.
Whoops.
But you guys saw that, right?
Yes, I did.
So log out and log back in and select your characters because I can see on the bottom left that you guys aren't attached to your characters. It'll say Gallant, Marsh. It should match your names. That tells me who you're controlling at the time.
How do you log out?
That's strange.
In the settings on the far top right, you go on the very bottom to log out. And the only
I'm
reason that's
always
happening is
Alistar.
because I updated it, so it unlinked all of the stuff. So this is your guys' technical first login. All right, we got Henry back. That might also be why you guys didn't move any characters. If you guys were actually trying at any point. We got Marsh back. Looks like Darko's
pour
still
that
sleeping,
beer.
but he'll get there.
It looks like Alistar again.
Okay.
Yes.
So we
Give
got
me
Alistar
rolls.
at a 16, Henry at an 8, Darko at a 3, Chosen One and Marsh tied at a 2. We'll start with Alistar. Alistar, you were last in this hall, going through a bunch of papers and objects that were all labeled with writings and titles and other important information you'd assume. But upon you coming into contact with them, all of that would disappear. You would grab a book, it'd be blank. You grab some documents, they'd be blank. You even take the moment to look at one,
Worthless manner.
and you think you read it,
Terrible.
and then
I
when
miss
you
my
look
library.
to reassess,
I have to
it's
go
blank.
back.
Almost anything you
Ugh.
feel some kind
You
of
know what? I
purpose
don't need to
for
search this
goes
place.
blank.
I'm leaving this manor. Going back to my library. I'm headed out.
Okay. You go stomping out. As you're stomping out, you do see the rest of the field where you don't see Darko, but you see Marsh, Henry, and Cobalt. Meanwhile, Henry, you're next. You're with the crew. So, Henry, because you're with the crew, Marsh, you can freely interact with him at any point.
I imagine Marsh is still like just sitting on the ground, like smoking a pipe.
Well, Marsh, are you really telling me you never saw that kid?
Right. Look, my eyes ain't that great. I'll be the first to admit it there. But
Ain't that right?
But no, I didn't see no kid. Oh, Christ.
Well, Cobalt. Yeah, Cobalt was probably pretty rude to him, so I'll blame it on Cobalt. He ran off.
Hey, I stab kid if I saw a kid, but I no see kid, so I no stab.
You've been hanging around Darko too long, Cobalt.
Darko stab kid? I go ask Darko.
Darko
he
tries to
looks in the
stab any
direction
kid.
of wherever he saw Darko last, and he just starts stomping off. By the way, there was a token upgrade I did, so Chosen One and Cobalt, and all the Cobalts, actually, almost everyone you interact with will have a proper token to identify themselves now.
Oh,
I saw that. It's dope. Little Chosen looks dope. Cobalt looks dope.
So Cobalt storms off in the distance, just kind of like going marching with his little spear in hand, and you see him every so often thrust in a direction. Like this guy stays limber at all times to stab something. Meanwhile, Marsh and Henry, you guys are now left alone as Alistar is slowly getting closer to you guys. You guys do see Alistar. You guys see Alistar in the distance. You do not see Chosen One.
That
Little
building
Chosen
is
One.
worthless. I point back at the manor.
bloody hell.
I
The
never
magic
liked
one's
this
coming
place.
over.
The only buildings worthwhile are that one over there, pointing at the mess hall where
how's
I
it going
found
there,
this
old
really cool
timer?
artifact, and that one, the library. It's the best. I'm going to live there for the rest of my days. Didn't have anything in there. I checked it out myself.
I reckon you
keep to
missed the
your
mark, mate.
weaponry.
The armory's
I'll
over
show
there.
you one day what's really worthwhile.
Better than a dusty library.
Yes. Happy work.
You and your magic words. I'll show you real steel.
Meanwhile, the Chosen One. You had stepped into this building, just doing your part, surveying the area. Upon doing so, you didn't think anything much of it going in. You looked around, checked out the area, you felt confident, but it was really Little Chosen One that pulled your attention up the stairs. As Little Chosen One went to investigate, you followed in pursuit. In doing so, you came upon a room where you found what seemed to be a woman, back facing you, hovering over a table, misarranging some stuff. At the same time this was occurring, Darko was fixing his mustache while examining his book. Darko, what are you doing?
I am currently perusing through these books that I had set aside earlier.
What key things were you looking to divulge from them in your quick scan?
Yeah, so what I'm looking for is how is previous instances of low intelligence gods and how people became to, despite their lack of intelligence, to follow them nonetheless. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So I'm looking for lore surrounding.
And which one were you reading first?
The
Whisper?
Yes.
The Whisper? Okay. So as you're doing your research on the, these terms, like the Whisper, like the Traveler is the Traveler, and the Whisper is like the Whisperer, etc. You know them in your own cult fanatic ways, throughout your experience with religion and everything. So when you saw the book for the Whisperer, you're like, oh, I remember this one, So you popped it open. You're like, I always wondered how they, caught their traction and how they raised attention. And, you went into this book looking for not so much as answers, but other examples, because you yourself already did this successfully. You've already accomplished what these other lesser, gods, in your opinion, have done, yet the same with what you don't believe to be adequate for in comparison to what you've achieved. But as you're looking through these books, you do see that the Whisperer refers to a space deep, deep down into the Underdark, almost past what some even know as the Underdark itself. Outside of that, you also discover that it's not so much that they use their smarts to achieve what they did. They drew people in by never letting anyone out. You would know this as a form of baiting. When a cultist would come for something, you would, in your terms, probably blackmail them into forever servitude, where demons were a bit more charming or convincing or tactful when it came to these kind of arrangements due to their natural nature of being able to bend these rules in reality.
Well, it is a good thing we have a gang full of people that want everybody to join our crew.
What other topic would you be trying to address?
It's a good question. Not too sure. Can I make a check and see if there's anything that stands out to me as a...
Absolutely. Give me a straight intelligence as you're skimming through this. Let's see what you pick up.
How do I make an... Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, boy.
Ooh, that fat 7. Yeah, that feels good. That -1. Oof. I like how it's a plus minus. It's like teasing you in the calculations.
What the hell?
Yeah. You close the book and you're like, that Whisper God wasn't much before. And you kind of now are left with the book about this Faroon and this traveler. Meanwhile, we are now at the Chosen One.
Can I put those books in my bag and then like slowly get up to start to walk out?
Perfect. As you go to, you're stopped, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Chosen one. This woman, she hardly even looked over her shoulder when she initially heard of your arrival. You beckoned her to pray with you, and in willingness she did. In doing so, you find yourself now standing in front of an empty table in an empty room outside of you and Little Chosen One. After having this rush of further visual experience that has been haunting you since your arrival, pretty much to this region of Liva. And yet, here you stand with this almost hunger or desire or not so much as rage, but pull and ambition to complete this task. You heard your God's request. And whatever it is that they're asking you to do is beyond this building outside.
I pick up, just like with trust that nothing will happen. I pick up that little 5-inch, 3-inch wide.
When you went to interact with it, the shadow that was making it hard to depict, it actually turns out to be a chess piece. It is a very intricate chess piece. You don't know chess, I assume, so you don't know what piece it is.
I don't. Yeah,
But
no, I personally do, but
it looks like
Chosen
it
One
looks
does
like a
not.
mini statue to you.
Got it. Yeah, exactly. That's all it looks like. It's just a little man.
For you, for Chosen One, it'd be like a good like wooden peg to build something with.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, you pick it up. You've got
And
it.
then I mutter to myself, "Gods are funny with telling message to Chosen One. Chosen One need more direct message next time. He pray for direct message." Picks up the little statue, pockets it, wraps his hand, goes, kneels down to Little Chosen. Little Chosen, you have certainly been helping and have helped me guide me. I continue to guide you as you guide me. And I scratch his head, get up, and based off of what I saw earlier and what we said and interacted with over Discord, I end up leaving this mess hall of sorts, this whatever, just that seems like a gathering hall. Go down the stairs and I head out towards the center area. That is what we do. We head that way.
All right. So as everyone seems to reconvene, Dargo, you go to leave. Funny thing about you trying to leave is Cobalt appears.
Hey, little man like me. You stab children?
Why, I don't know about stabbing children. Why do you ask?
Henry say children to stab, but I no see, and I would stab. And then he say Darko stab children too. So I come ask, did you see children for me to stab?
Well, I'm sure there are a few, but around us now, I'm gonna look around. Not quite yet. I'm gonna pat him on the. Well, is he as tall as me?
Yeah, he's kind of like your height. If anything, he's probably taller with his like little hornage and whatnot.
I'm still gonna attempt to like stand on my.
Yeah, he has
toes
like a downer slope. Yeah, you can absolutely like like a
like,
soft like head,
pat him on.
shark of a head kind of vibe. Yeah, and he's just kind of like.
In due time, little fella. In due time.
All right, and then assumably you were still trying to leave, right?
Yes. I'm gonna like just continue.
As you were getting like right to the door, you hear Cobalt go.
Yes. No. Do you hear that?
And he pulls a spear out, and he's like looking. Do you try to focus on what he's referring to?
Yeah. Can I hear what he's talking about?
Give me a perception check. You see him just continuously surveying. He slowly actually starts to step further into the building, like he's trying to hunt it down. And he's just like, step. And he's just kind of like preparing himself to strike. You start to hear these whispers. You continuously kind of kick yourself in the ass because it's not your first time opening a book about religion and religion coming out of it. And you quickly think, shit.
Gee willikers, not again.
You would know, Darko, that when a book lets out a religion, the best thing to do is to close it and put it back. But you don't quite remember where you got it from because there's an awful lot of books in here. But I'm such a nice individual, I'm going to let you try to figure it out.
The puzzle.
So.
I am not a very smart man. Was never very good at puzzles.
Darko, you are...
Chosen one and Darko are one and the same.
So, you should be here. Do you see yourself?
Yep.
See you and Kobold, right?
Yep.
So, this is where you and Kobold are. This is the library in which you were. If you guys, can you guys...
there it is, Tower Library.
Actually,
I'm in.
Hold on. You guys don't see like a screen up there, does it? It's like too long.
Schmancy.
Everyone else, no?
The Tower Library.
Okay, I just added it, so... Yeah. Okay. I just put it there, so you guys can... so you guys don't have any active tokens, but you guys can see what they're up to. So... Good sir, Darko. Where do you wish to look first?
So, do I know where I was... Do I remember where I was sitting while reading?
There are quite a few steps out here in this area, and you did see the podium right here, if you were to move a little forward, where there was a book laid out. You went over there and you stood there and you kind of briefly enjoyed the idea of the podium sense, and then you turned around and picked up some books. You don't remember if that was the first book you grabbed, but you picked up some books here, and then you remember you went over here, and then you also went over here.
Okay.
Burn it all!
Shoot, how am I going to do this? Can I check by like the size of, because I remember you saying that 2 of them were dictionary-sized books. So can I check
That is one of the dictionary-sized books.
Okay, so can I check, and I can at least narrow it down to 2 spaces that I should be.
Give me a perception check. Well, no, I'll roll off of that 17 you gave me.
Okay.
Yeah, you can absolutely decipher that. The one in front of you and the one further back here have the bigger gaps.
Okay. Am I still hearing the whispers right now?
This entire time.
Okay. And then it's almost instantaneously, as soon as I put it back, it should go away, correct?
In an ideal world that you've experienced said such, yes.
Okay. So, and do I know which book it is that...
Yeah, the Whisper God. This specifically the one that you were totally involved in, yeah.
So I'm going to take the book, and I'm just going to try and put it into the shelf here right in front of me.
As you do, you release the book, and you kind of quickly wince, close your eyes. They seem to be gone. In the meantime, while this was all going on,
Alistar was headed to the library where he wishes to live out his days. He forgets himself.
What are you guys doing as you guys are all now one
Won't be
big
doing that
posse
until he's
outside of
checked the
Cobalt
whole
and Duncan?
vicinity for enemies. Whatever. He's headed that way. I'm an old man. Damn your bad.
Do I see Alistar walking at all?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, you guys
All
have
right.
to see each other.
I run towards Alistar and grab his
That was a serious
shirt.
hustle. Like, you just, like,
Why
did it, you were ready.
always?
Yeah, I was
That's
ready. I saw
My books,
I grab his shirt.
my books.
Alistar,
Okay,
we
yeah.
must
He
talk.
drags me away.
Chosen one needs you now. And he just like drags him towards the campfire.
Oh, sorry. Let me move my token over. You basically did, sir.
Okay.
I mean, I would just move your token if I could, but I sure can't. I know. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Henry is gonna lean over to Marsh. Marsh, I ever tell you about that body woman I met in the port.
Well, a lot of them sound the same, if I'm being honest. So
Tell me
Oh,
more.
you
it's
remember?
it's hard for me to tell them apart.
You
But go
remember
ahead, tell
this
me this
one?
one.
Oh, the biggest brains you ever saw. I'm telling you, quarter
Real
pounders.
thinker.
I heard brains.
Oh,
This sounds
yeah.
like a very promising young lady.
You know, we boarded her, and and that's where
I must meet her
leave
one
it to the
day.
imagination.
Marsha just nodding along.
Oh, she was full of promise. Full of promise.
Full of Henry Jorvin's promise. Chosen one looks over at Henry. Chosen one no understand why you look for
Starting
woman
to
with
catch
brain.
a real
These kind of brains is, well, you see them from a mile away. The sails are over the horizon.
How you see person brain unless you break skull?
Well, that
Where's the birds with these bees?
I
don't see
don't
any.
really know how to
A
respond to
bee
that.
like kind of buzzes by, and it's seemingly looking for some kind of flower, but with no luck where you guys are.
Alistar, enough with
Okay,
brain
just
talk.
no more tunnels. I'm
I
not going
need
in any
to
holes because you
have
demand
more
it.
chosen
I
talk.
did it already.
I need to give you happening of what happened to Chosen One. No,
While
no,
this
no,
is
no,
happening,
no. Chosen,
Henry
Chosen
has
no
pulled
asked
out
me
a
to
small
do
piece
so.
of parchment and it's like drawing the lady, showing Marsh, and it's just giant boobs and like a stick figure.
Chosen One, the interesting thing in cave, and then knockout. Think it related, but we no need to go to cave. Chosen One already done there. But interesting enough, Chosen One see lady in room and he points over to the building.
Henry
To
pivots.
building 5.
You say there's a lady around here.
The lady
there
gone.
were tenants
Chosen
here.
One think he
I
scare
knew
her
it was
off.
too good to
Why?
be
Right,
true.
before
of course,
I had
this
the
place
chance
has
to introduce
occupants.
you,
It's
left
clean
this.
as
to
hell.
Henry
This
Hole.
has a full
And I
library.
pull out the chess piece and I hand it to Alistar.
What? Right. God.
No, Alistar, no. She not real. She gone. She vision of God, of chosen God. But she
Yes.
leave this. I
It's a queen.
obviously I handed in.
That's what that-
Can you
What's a
make
pawn?
anything of this piece of wood peg thing? They were shadows flying around it.
It's actually a pawn. But yeah, okay, so okay. Alistar's doing his bullshit like he normally does, but real quick, Alistar. You actually see it, and it's a very intricate, small, carved out commoner. And you've seen plenty of chess boards in your time, and this is definitely a resemblance of a pawn. You see 2 little slits at the back end of it where normally there would be put
This
like
is a
little
queen.
weights
In fact, it
case
is
it was,
your
like,
queen.
tough
Your
weather
god
or
wishes
those
you
kind of
to
little
marry
things,
this.
but
in human
they
form,
seem to be
of course.
hollow. Otherwise,
When
it's very
it's
light.
bigger and it looks
you go on
in
about telling
orcish
Chosen
form,
One how
what
it's
are
a queen.
you staring at me for, Chosen One? What are you trying to marry? You want a girl with big brains, don't you? Hold this. Here you are, Chosen. Hold your item.
Yeah.
Chosen One no understand brain.
Now
how you fall in love with brain? You have to crack skull and then woman die.
She will look
Not
exactly like
brain.
this little sculpture we
Brains.
have here, but 100 times larger.
How someone have more than one brain unless have 2 head? I don't want to marry woman with 2 head.
Darko. No, you're not there. Just kidding. Just kidding. Fuck. Sorry.
Beam up,
I
one.
quickly, in embarrassment, take the pawn back and put it in my pocket,
Okay.
and just silence myself for a minute as I think about what they're trying to say and try to understand what brains
It seems
mean
that while
and
we're here, we should
why they
search
would
the area.
think that I would want to marry someone with two heads.
Meanwhile, what else are the rest of you guys doing as Chosen One goes into a silence?
Henry moves behind him and then tries to pickpocket him for the pawn real quick.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand, and Chosen One, give me a insight check.
Uh,
14. Ooh,
oh, fuck you,
that's
dude.
21.
Fuck you.
Henry, you successfully swipe this piece. You are not properly verbaged in chess, but you know this
by any
to
chance?
be a
He was
piece to
standing in
chess
front.
due to its very
Just starts
funky
spinning it through
sculpting.
his fingers.
Yeah.
And then he does a little head nod over to Marsh and then pockets it.
Marsh just
Give me a perception.
All
right.
Marsh
Okay,
just
Chosen One, but if you lose it, you will not get to
what a
marry
nice
her.
young boy.
Make sure you hold on to that thing tight.
You absolutely don't see
Could be
shit. You're
shit.
distracted by the Chosen One blushing.
At this point, Marsh has
That's okay, you can marry little Chosen One.
Meanwhile,
Chosen One, no need marry anyone. Chosen One, Chosen One. Be married to Path. Your dick.
Meanwhile, back to our good friend Darko here. Darko,
Yes.
the whispers have calmed. However, Cobalt is still searching the room. You see him on the other side, where you had actually taken the other book, and he's walking around and checking things out. And there is a statue of a bamboon, like a large statue of like a bamboon here, and it's it could be life size. It really depends on the size of the bamboon, I guess. You haven't seen one recently, but you can see through the slits of the shelves where you stand. Cobalt kind of like practicing his stabbing at this statue, just kind of like stab, and he's like focusing at different parts of the body. Meanwhile, what are you doing as he's doing his thing?
I'm gonna walk over to the little cobalt guy, kind of like more or less like cautiously a little bit, tentatively.
There's doors. I mean, there's walls there, so you have to like legit walk around. Yeah, I don't let doors bulldoze through my bookshelves.
And I'm gonna walk up to the little cobalt. Say there, little fella. Do you still hear the voices?
You just kind of see him. He's like, stamp. Huh? Voices. Oh, no voices.
Oh, okay, good.
He starts sniffing the air. Smell fire. Starts looking around.
You sure that's not my torch? I'm gonna clink it on the ground twice.
He leans in. No smell.
Okay.
You guys look around, and neither of you guys see any smoke or any fire. Just kind of, you don't even smell it. Cobalt's just kind of like looking around. He's almost determined that there is, and you see him just kind of patrolling and just checking everything and addressing all odds and ends.
Is there where's the light source coming from?
So there's chandeliers above you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. I don't know if you guys can see like a very hard to see image. Yeah. So there's chandeliers lighting the library. There's 4 of them in all these locations.
Can I use control flames to blow out all of the chandeliers in the library to make it completely dark in there. Can the kobolds see in the dark, by the way?
Yes, kobolds can see the dark.
Yeah.
You would know that because you have encountered plenty of kobolds in your dwelling of life.
Yeah. Am I able to do that with the chandeliers or no?
Yeah, is Control Flame a cantrip or is it a core spell?
Might be.
I think it's a cantrip, but I
Would not want to
I've
sit
never
in the
used it myself.
dark. Enjoy dark of the dark.
Control Flames is a cantrip.
You can absolutely do that.
Okay. But I can see. I can
Yeah, his name
definitely
is
see.
Dark.
I'm more comfortable in the dark.
Now that you guys are in the
Dark of the
dark,
triple dark now.
you see
Oh,
Cobalt kind of moving off into the distance, and he's
Be
still looking
cute.
around. As Cobalt's kind of like, I think it coming nearby. Darko. He's not really looking behind him because he's so like this guy. From your guys' experience with him, he's a pretty well trained hunter. He's crazy in combat. He's just I go right in and just attack shit. But he does have quite the instincts for the most part, and you guys have kind of picked up on
Good
this.
to know.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm not really even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna kind of quickly move after him.
Go for it. And then as you do that, give me a perception check as you're passing through the library. You notice that your guys' footsteps are the only thing echoing. It's now, as odd as it is, with the lights out, very echoey in the sense of your guys' movements. You feel like there's some kind of something.
Because he was talking about a
yonder.
flame, so can I see any like flickering light source anywhere?
You don't see any light sources, but you see Cobalt like constantly like sniffing around, and he's like getting up against the walls, and he's like, I don't know. Darko.
What is it, little fella? What do you see?
Smell here.
I'm gonna walk
And
up to
he's
the
like-
wall and like,
He's like walking up constantly like around it, trying to like sniff it, and he's like, You smell.
I don't know, do I?
As you get close, you start actually not only smelling, you start hearing some like trickling embers. But not in your immediate vicinity, but it's like muffled as if behind
Behind the
something.
wall. Can I do like a perception check on the wall to see if it looks like a false door or anything like that?
Are you just staring at it, or are you trying to feel for it?
Well, I should be able to see like kind of what's going on.
Yeah, that's
with
what I was
it in
just
the dark,
verifying,
right?
like how
yeah.
specifically. Yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I'm just looking at it because I can't
yeah.
really touch
Give
much.
me one more perception.
Nat 20.
Oh, so close.
It's not bad. As you focus on it, you do get a sense that something here is amiss. You see Cobalt still kind of like shoving his like head around everything, and he's like, and he like is like rubbing his face against it all.
Hey, little fella, poke your stick right here, and I'm gonna have him poke like at the wall a little bit to see if
You start speaking, and he's not there.
little
Can
fella.
you see him? Actually, I don't even know what you guys can actually see.
I saw him
can't see him
before,
right
but
now.
he's gone.
I can't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Exactly.
Little fella, where'd you go? I'm gonna walk down.
You saw him. You saw him shove his like nose around right here, and then
Oh,
next
here?
time, next thing you looked behind you, and he's gone.
I'm gonna do like a kind of like a little like a religious thing or another, like a I don't know, like I guess like you would do in Catholicism, and I'm gonna walk up to this little area here and like use my little torch to like kind of do what I thought the cobalt was doing, like poke at it or something.
As you put your torch through it, you You see nothing other than part of your torch missing.
Well, all right, this don't. Well, do I get the others or not?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
As you're putting your torch through, you see you almost feel your torch getting like pushed against something, and then you see a spear swinging out, and then you see Cobalt bouncing out. Oh, it's you. Oh,
Hey,
I'm sorry I stabbed you.
you didn't stab. Well, you're lucky you didn't stab me. I popped you upside the head with this torch.
Oh, you almost did. That's why I stabbed back.
Oh, well, what's on the other side of that?
Go look. It smell. He runs back. He just kind of like at this point just dives.
He dives right back in.
Yeah, he just like says, "Go look," and then he like runs back right past you.
All right, well, I'm gonna trust him, so I'm gonna walk in.
Alright.
Oh shit!
As you step in, you see a cluster of books at your feet.
Shit! Look at all this.
You start to
No!
sniff the air. Something is definitely burning.
Are any of these books on fire that I can tell?
The one that's
Yes.
at your feet, there's a small red leather journal. And right where Cobalt's standing, he's like, right here. There's a small leather journal. And Cobalt's like, that's what I smell. Oh, if I touch it. And it's like this leather journal that's closed, but it's like giving off this ever so slight smoke.
No, wait, hold on, don't touch it. Do I recognize it at all?
Give me a...
Man.
Let's see, in your times of all living and religion and... What, 200 something?
Yeah, about 210, 220 years old.
That's a
Yeah,
4.
give me an Arcana check. Meanwhile,
The young man. Arcana. Ooh, you better roll a 20.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, back to you guys, right outside the in the middle.
Meanwhile,
of the,
as he fails,
This is not
you
fucked up.
guys
It's amazing.
all kind of taking your surroundings and realize the situation you're in. This place is fucked up. I need all of you guys to give me a perception check. Yeah, you're literally like the one person who's gone unaffected by almost everything so far. Got an 11.
Thor at a
Perception, you say?
Yes, sir. That's something you're good at, I think. A 4 for Henry.
Clearly not.
No!
3. Oh my
Perceive a damn
god.
thing.
You finally
man.
seeing
Damn
it. It
I
is
am
wonderful,
just
isn't
not
it?
perceptive.
We could definitely
Got a
make this
crit
video.
1.
What I say,
chosen
Alice.
one.
This
I went
place is
blind.
starting to grow on me.
I'm blind. Chosen one, really
That's
see
beautiful.
how this
I mean,
would
if
play.
we could figure out a way
Well said.
to commandeer and enterprise this place, we may just have something yet.
Chosen one, think this good place for spa.
First, no,
What
I
is
think
that?
we need to get
Do you,
rid of
do you
those-
feel that sensation?
those
As you
books.
guys are
Just
discussing
bring the crew
the spa idea, you start to feel
finally,
some warmth in the air.
daytime. Thank goodness this fog will be dissipated in no time.
Chosen one thinks sun come out.
Meanwhile, I haven't finished checking out that manor. Would you like to join me?
Oh my god. I love it.
Meanwhile,
We're gonna ignore it.
Chosen one, go with Alistair.
as you guys start considering where to go, it starts to get bright in a particular direction.
The sunrise from
Chosen
the
one
west
never
just feels
sees
so odd.
sunrise
But
on
oh
the
well,
left.
let's go to the
Is there a
manor.
lighthouse over here?
Marsh is
rolled
gonna
really-
just like move forward slightly.
No, that's the best.
Hi,
All
mate.
right,
That's
I
a-
think enjoyed our
Doesn't
That's a
conversation, I
sunrise
suppose.
rise on the
I
west?
am curious
No.
about this sunrise.
Oh,
Marsh,
okay.
you may be
Clearly,
you may
I
be
don't know
unwise, but
anything.
you definitely know what a fire is when you see one.
Yeah. Okay.
No!
Marsh,
I'm running in as fast as I can.
as you guys slowly get
Not that I
closer,
can
you
do
realize
anything.
that this library of a building is currently on fire.
Right.
Are the rest of you guys all just rushing the building just blindly?
No, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm watching it.
Okay. Henry, you would remember that Cobalt went there.
Odd, mate. What a be in there.
I'll start.
We must rush in. Save him. Henry proceeds to run in as quickly
That
as he
makes total
possibly can.
sense.
Who all wishes to
Shows-
enter?
Marsh
Chosen
enters.
one does nothing. Chosen one watches it burn because he thinks his god is
Was there,
probably
like, a door?
doing this.
Okay.
He probably is.
Chosen
Marsh,
one believe that this
Are
is
you in?
supposed to happen.
I'm in. I'm trying to get in. But
Alright. Oh no. Just come. Oh, I guess I could just pull you guys this way. Might be.
Aye, what found magics? Pull me in.
As you guys run up to the building and see the stairs, you guys see the fire on top burning. As you guys all run into the building,
Well, I'm running to
doors-
the first bookshelf next to
You
me,
guys all get
grabbing
in.
an
the
armful
door
of
closes
books,
behind
running
you, and you guys are
outside,
now in
and
a
dumping it on the
very,
ground.
very unlit library. Alistar, you don't recall it being this dark.
I'm gonna be doing this as many times as I can.
as you guys all see Alistar quickly react in action. Give me
Sorry,
a sleight of hand.
Darko,
Let's see
I
what you
don't
grab.
care.
Henry is just shaking his head. Bloody wizards.
I'm running
At a
outside and putting him
15.
on the ground, and I run
Yeah,
back in.
you pretty
I'll
much,
save
you
you
and your scrawny
books.
ass hands, you pull up probably about like 6-7 potential decent books you'd hope, and you chuck. Are you chucking them outside, or are you just running them outside one at a time? Like, okay, so chosen one and little chosen one, you guys just see Alistar running out with a ton of books in his hand, and he just like puts them on the floor and then runs back in, and he's just like, "I'm coming, books," and you're honestly
I can't read or
confused.
write, but I pick one of the books up. Chosen one no understand, but he try, and he opens it up.
As you open it up, you see what looks to be like a tree. The tree almost seems to like reach up to the top of the page, and where it stops its illustration. And there is what you assume to be lettering, because you've seen lettering before, you just don't know how to read it. And you have no clue what it stands for. But in your personal opinion, you think it's about the tree.
Tree. Chosen one agree that books with pictures are good. He closes it and puts it down.
Okay. In doing so, Henry and Marsh, what are you guys doing as Alistar is frantically trying to save the books?
Cobalt! Oh, it's massive. Cobalt!
and Marsh see
Cobalt, mate!
where the. Sorry, go ahead.
You guys don't see a fire, and
Oh.
you hear Henry's voice echoing throughout this library, as its ceiling is probably about 20 or so feet straight up, and there's from here you can absolutely see the 4 chandeliers that are hanging and not lit.
Oh, mate! Cobalt, mate! You hear me? You know I can't see in the dark.
I just
No
start walking around
response.
going, Cobalt, come on, little shark guy, come on, we gotta get you. Oh boy, come on out.
Meanwhile, Darko, you have no fucking clue what this book is, but it is getting smoky in this room, and it is getting hard to breathe, and the fire is getting brighter. What are you doing? Cobalt is like waiting to stab it, and he's like waiting for your command.
Well, I've never seen this before. So do I know maybe like any prayers or anything that can check to see if this is cursed in any way? Do I know anything?
You absolutely feel like this thing is cursed in some way because you have no clue what it is, and it is a book that is on fire smoking right now. You don't feel good about it at all.
Take your little pokey stick and get the hell out of here. We need to go.
He's like, no stabby.
No, get out. Get out.
Okay. And he...
in the other room. I'm still... Cobalt, mate! Cobalt!
Did you go after him? Sorry, Darko, I moved you on accident.
Oh, yeah. I went right out after him. Yep.
As you guys are screaming and yelling for them, you actually don't see them as they come out, I don't believe. Oh, no. You do, Henry, you see Darko kind of running out. Marsh, you don't see it quite yet until about a second or so takes, and then you start hearing like a...
Darko! Darko! You see Cobalt! You're supposed to be in too!
And he like raises his spear, and he's like, I'm here. I know Stabby.
Hi, mates. Don't die for books. We need to go. This should be on fire.
With that, you guys notice that for some reason, particularly Darko, for some reason, 2 lights light up from what's in the library.
I'm gonna look around, and I'm gonna like motion to Henry. I'm like, wait a minute, and can I use control flames again to light the chandelier that's right over top of my head? This one, that one, yeah.
As you do, Marsh and Henry, you guys see this chandelier light up. And for you guys, actually, you guys couldn't see the chandelier, so now you guys are like, oh shit, there's light. And you guys see the library, but a little better. I will start rolling another sleight of hand, please. Go ahead.
One side note, being out on the ship, a fire is the most dangerous thing.
Can I yell at them while I'm carrying books?
He's going to need to persuade me to stay.
Why are you just standing there? Okay. Save them, you fool! Save them!
You're not as efficient as you were. Your age is getting to you, and you're getting tired, but you are still determined. You've cleared 1.5 spells.
Indication, it's good.
Go for it.
Well, wait, mate, I'm trying to save them. They're trying to stay.
Can I get the bookman, the wizard, to come over to me? Do I have to persuade him to do that, or can I just yell at him?
You can yell.
Come over here.
Special book, you say? I drop my books and I run over to him.
I have a very special book that you need to save.
Alistar, your ears perk when he says a special book that needs saving.
Mate, there is no words in this place. It is worth your life.
The fire's in there, and you're asking me to go in there? Are you insane, man? Do you see how many books are around you? Now, start grabbing!
I need you to tell me what it is. Go.
100 books? Going in!
But there are at least 100 books on the floor in there as well that could also be saved.
As you go in, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. As once you pass through, the flames just blow up in your face. Not so much in the sense that it's like completely in flames here, but just the immense heat as your reactionary response. You manage to kind of like shield yourself and back up briefly.
I can't save them. It's too late. Save the others.
But you did see a lot of flashing lights and a shit ton of books burning on the floor right now. You don't know which burning book he referred to.
Well,
chosen one.
All right.
As this is all going on and you're outside the building, you hear in your subconscious sense, chosen one. I say the kindler has awoken. And you kind of click and realize that perhaps he's referring to this building. You're muted.
I didn't really hear.
Oh, sorry. He's so you heard him kind of like going, "Chosen one, Azir the Kindler has awoken." And that was the last thing you were told
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I just look up and chosen one supposed to go in building that burns.
You don't hear so much of a response as you do feel a burn in your hand. That has the mark.
I look at my hand.
You see it. It kind of give off this shadowy life and then recede.
I saunter.
Chosen one
Up to the-
saunters unknowingly to himself.
I saunter up to the library, just confused and like a very like, just little chosen, you stay. Chosen will see, and he as little chosen stay, and then he goes towards the building, and opens the door and looks in to see if he can see whatever.
You are there at the front of the door. As you walk inside, you see a chandelier is lit. You do not see. You see your allies, but you don't see any fire, nor do you smell one.
Chosen one no understand why, but to understand that he has to be here. And he goes up to Henry, taps Henry on the shoulder.
Hey, mate, what are you doing in here? It's on fire. We need to evacuate now.
Why are we here? Chosen one no understand. You go outside.
Y'all keep talking
get
about
out.
this fire.
I'm trying to
and this room in here is on fire.
What
a
room
lot of
are
time.
you
Let's
talking?
get those books
Speaking of,
You probably shouldn't go in there.
Wait.
Last time, what didn't go so well.
well, you're really far away. I go up towards dark squared,
Don't do that. No.
and I say what? Because I can't. Obviously, it's what is it? It's what is it?
Chosen
This
one,
looks
is
like-
that
this
you?
I
looks
can't
like
see it. It just
You
looks
need
like
to
a
help
book.
me.
This looks
We
like
must
chairs.
save
Actually,
these
these look like
books.
seats, and
Get
then it
that
looks
room.
like just a blank
These
wall.
books, and point the shelves around. You're
Chosen
right next
one
to me
no
right now.
understand. What room?
Okay. Yeah, I'm directing it. That's right.
Can he
Cobalt's
hear
inside
me?
me. I'm not inside.
I am. I don't see you. Oh, you're inside Cobalt.
Oh, yeah.
Cobalt's inside you.
Okay,
Okay.
let me persuade you then. I'll persuade you.
I mean, I'm not really interested in doing
Let me
anything at this
speak
point
to
because
Chosen
I have
One.
no spells, no nothing. I'm fucked.
While they're not listening to me, I'm gonna
Magic be a crutch.
What are you doing,
Chosen
Darko?
one.
Chosen One,
We'll
your
start
god
walking toward
needs
those
these
lights.
books. You must
Okay.
save them.
The rest of you guys? Well, Darko steps away. Cobalt follows Darko.
Marsh follows Darko. He's like, okay, no, come on. Sorry.
Oh, crap.
As Marsh walks away, Henry's gonna be like, Marsh, he too? We need to leave.
My gods said nothing about books, but they did say
These books will help us learn
there
about
is
Azar
a
Kindler. We must know as
individual
much as
who
we
has
can of your
woken,
enemy.
And,
Quick,
let me see
grab
who
some
his name
books.
Is an Azar Kindler. Does that ring a bell, Alistar?
You speak so slowly. I'm gonna go grab books.
The gods have said that he woke.
Because it's so echoey in there, can I hear them talking about this guy?
Oh, yeah, you hear it going back and forth.
Do I recognize this name at all?
Yeah, you do. Not so much as a god, but as a demon servant.
Well, shoot and holler shit. So I'm gonna suspect that like this dude is here, right? Like somewhere.
You want to suspect that he is that book.
Yeah. Okay. We're all starting to make sense. We need to get the hell out of
Can you
here.
slide a hand to save some books?
So I'm gonna start walking back this way.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm not saving any books today.
Yeah.
I see
After
fire
all
just
of you
like
guys
going
give me
at
a
it,
dexterity saving throw. Nope,
running
nope,
away.
nope.
That
All
looks
you guys give me a
bad.
dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity
My
save.
dude, my ass ran away. He ran away. He's good. He's saved. He's in the corner there. I'm not rolling shit because I'm gonna roll a 1.
Oh, can I
What's
move?
this, a saving throw?
Yeah.
It's a dexterity saving throw. Fuck me. I don't want to roll. I don't want to roll.
You guys are
I don't want
standing
to
there.
roll.
Oh
I'm
my
rolling.
God, everyone rolled the same.
Fuck me. Oh
Nice.
god. Thank God. Saw the 2 and the 5.
You guys just see this fire burst out of this seemingly an ordinary wall. It's just like in your guys' direction. Gallant, you just something about your marking or something kind of gave you like a warning in advance, and you quickly kind of threw your shoulder up and backed away as you felt this heat before the eruption. Marsh, you as you were coming by, you noticed that you're a vet in some terms to others, and you saw the chosen one kind of reactionary, and you quickly picked up on his response. Henry, you being the farthest gave you the best opportunity to stay out of the zone, and you managed to go unscathed. Darko and Alistar, on the other hand, and
God,
Kobold,
for my
actually.
+5.
Well,
Too bad I made little chosen stay
Couldn't just
outside.
help me save books, bro.
Sorry, I gotta roll Kobold. I forgot.
Oh man, we could have really used him for this fight.
Kobold managed to dodge under and go unscathed. The other two of you take. No, that's too cruel because it'll probably work in my favor. Oh, wow. Max damage as you guys both take 10 points.
I don't have healing spells, by the way. I'm just letting you know. I have no spells.
Oh,
Henry
I just
Holden
wanna
totally
throw
maybe some
out
books
fire
aren't
is
worth
dangerous.
saving.
I casted mage armor earlier in the day.
I'm feeling
Not that it would
really
protect me,
unconfident
but
about
it
this
would
fight,
bring my
guys.
ward
Like, really
past
not
10 HP,
confident
so
about
that could be
this.
10 HP.
As that happened, go ahead, as you're throwing that out.
I believe so. 10 HP.
Yes. Yep.
No, not mage armor.
It has
My
10
ward,
HP
since I
when you
am
throw up the ward.
was my school.
I think you're making that one up. I don't think I've ever known
He has
that
12
mage armor
HP,
to give you
actually.
temporary HP.
Homebrew,
It's just
bro.
I guess that's sort of what it is. It's like a ward that
well, what's your ward?
protects
Sorry,
me,
I didn't
essentially. It'll
even-
shield me from damage.
So you start with 12 temporary HP?
Thank you.
Okay. So and then you have 2 HP, 2 temp left, right? You got it. Okay. I modified it for you. So you still have 2 temp. All right. So only Darko actually took damage. In doing such, the fire has spread to the seats here.
Did his beard catch on fire?
It got a little frizzled, but he managed to tap it out in time. He was like,
As
shit.
that
Right.
happens, as we like dodge and I see people, like I grab Darko and Cobalt and pick them up and run outside, knowing that I have a sense that this thing is impeding doom coming.
Okay, so you pick up
So
Cobalt and Darko. Darko, do you go willingly?
There's just whatever,
I'm coming, but not
whatever,
with
yeah,
books.
whoever is close enough for me to reach and grab
Yeah, Cobalt
and
and
drag
Darko would
outside.
be the 2 smallest, easiest to pick up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I pick them
Yeah.
both up and I
I'm-
run out. I run my ass outside.
I'm not gonna
Alright.
fight him on it.
Getting any book.
You guys,
Oh, that's
you guys all flee. Alistar, give me one more slide.
Finally, the
Let's see what you
crew's
got.
seeing sense. Henry just bolts out, too. But he waits at the door just to make sure that
I
everybody
got a
gets out
6. I got a
before he
book.
goes.
You got it.
Just whatever you grab the chosen one's coloring book.
It was one of the
That is what you grab.
Mark.
Alistair, mate, leave the books. Leave the books,
Yeah.
Alistair.
So, real quick, who's the last two people that'll say that they were in there?
Henry's gonna be the last one. He's gonna wait until he sees Alistair go out.
Okay.
I got a
Oh,
book.
Henry's dead.
Saved.
So, as Henry, as you're the last one in there, right? Mark, you take off?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Alistair, you run out with a single book, uncertain of what you grabbed.
Coloring book. Or the chosen one.
Henry, the door is here, so I'm going to move you real quick. As you go to the door, you notice a quick little change of vibe. The fires don't seem to be making much noise anymore as you start to hear these whispers. In doing such, you also see the floors on the right and left of you start coming up, and you just hear like, and you see from underneath the ground
Whoa.
just these two things of armor arise next to you on both sides. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw as you're trying to get out of this building, as they both come smashing down in your direction.
There's a lot of HP there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank fucking God, Henry Horvin.
Yeah, you manage.
You survived.
And then
Slippery as a motherfucking eel.
as you manage to dodge out of the way, you successfully escape the library.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good about that building there. I'm not feeling good about it at all.
Well,
I'm huddled over the books on the ground.
Apologize.
My books!
I
As
may
you
have
guys
opened the wrong
flee-
book.
As you guys flee out of it, you see just the whole thing just getting lit up in flames. Slowly and
Just
surely,
help
it
me.
is going to burn.
Take 'em.
Alistair, you managed
Alistair,
to save.
Alistair,
Abnell.
mate. I told you, books will be the death of you.
Son of a bitch.
Chosen
Throw a
one.
firebolt at you.
Think he know what caused
Legit.
building to burn.
Henry, by the way, as he walks by, just kicks the books.
Okay.
Chosen one young in years, and know who Asher the what is his name?
Kindler.
Azar the Kindler is, but he think
It's
that
better if you mess it up.
Azar, Azar the Kindler fire maker. He's like adding words and shit. But he think that fire started by him. He wake up and he mad.
I have heard of this fella before, big guy, and your instincts were correct. Thank you for saving my life.
Chosen one just grab first thing he see, and happened to be Little Dwarf.
Oh, but I'll take that.
And Cobalt. No, he doesn't say Little Cobalt. He actually really respects Cobalt. Little dragon stabby man.
I stab. No, I know stab book.
Yeah,
He
no
told me
stab.
no. He looked at Darko.
No, I didn't tell you. No, I just.
When Cobalt says that, he looks over at Darko and he just glares at him.
I swear I didn't. I just said no children right now. That's all I said.
As we're letting this thing go up in fireworks,
Yeah, it's just taking its sweet time.
Chosen one think that the kindler inside there, letting it burn. I don't believe that, or Chosen one don't believe that we are currently ready to face said god enemy.
My best advice is
Well,
we should leave.
I
as
have
soon
a
as
crazy idea.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm ready for this.
Go
possible.
ahead.
Oh no.
I reckon.
Enemy of a god. That's all good. Let's do this.
I reckon he's a powerful crew member. If we could just convince him
Monster.
to join.
Warlock Henry is canon.
I personally love his hatred of books.
Marsh is just like, that's true. That's a facet I could get behind of his platform. You know, it's
How many books did I say?
it's complicated,
Like,
I think.
or something?
But
I'm just
You
going to
reckon,
kind of look
not
at the pirate
I start
man
packing them away, and while I'm doing it,
physically,
run
like,
the
why
black.
on earth would you do that?
That's good. A lot of books.
You saved about 15 books,
Yeah.
and that's not including the ones you already have.
Them into my satchel
Which
one
I
by
think were
one.
like
What,
8
what about the
books.
book I punted? Is that gone?
I'm gonna have
into
to
the
drag
trees?
it. I'm gonna drag it.
No, it wasn't that close, but he had to go out of his way to pick it up. By the way, how are you carrying all these books? Yeah, your satchel is like a fucking thing of bricks. It's like dragging behind you.
Thank you,
Chosen one sees this. Does he
Okay.
see like Alistar struggling, dragging
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing?
Oh yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
just picks it up and like picks it up like as a toothpick or something.
Okay, so you throw this little burlap folded blanket organization of books over your shoulder until you guys manage to reclaim or relocate or something about your cart. Because right now you guys are on foot
Yes.
outside of a burning building in a location none of you guys have had a great
Alistar.
experience in.
Couldn't
Chosen
find any
one think
stables, but we
need
still
to
have our
find
cart
mode of
nearby.
Transportation out of here.
Let's
What Alistar suggests?
There was a farmhouse on the way. I'm sure they have at the very least a spare wheel we can use.
Marsh
Yeah, I
says,
think we should go.
Marsh just says,
Cart is broken. Oh.
Marsh just says,
I have a horse
yeah,
that'll
where's
carry
the cart,
me.
bud? He goes,
That was 3 hours back.
You can follow.
So we're just
I
gonna
don't
let
mind.
Kindler, the fuckface, come and just murder us while you're riding away on a horse. I think not, sir. I think fucking not.
yeah.
I see Henry.
Okay, Marsh
Someone
is
else
right.
stops this guy
Marsh is like,
from just
"All right,
riding
let's
away.
go."
Yeah, Henry would just be walking away. He
In
doesn't
soiled
care
pants, 'cause I
about that
just
burning
upset
at all.
You picked my book.
He's just
Alright.
like an action movie. It's like blowing up behind him, and he's just like
Walking away with the scene.
not even looking
That's fair.
back.
It's soiled, and I still make a
Alright.
little farting noise just by your butt.
Something
He's
filled with
covered
mist.
in muck from cutting his way out. He doesn't. Oh, that grog. Oh, I gotta cut back that grog.
It's still on fire. I just got rid of the.
So good, we're walking
Yeah.
towards the front gates, yeah.
We gotta get the fuck out of here, guys.
I can't seem to drag my
We're gonna
character,
die.
by the way.
Well, like we're probably gonna
let
die.
me see. Oh, it's because you're inside. I think. So no.
I honestly have no sense of what this guy can do, but I'm sure we're dead if we stay.
You said he was a demon. What?
Not with Henry Horvin here.
He's
so-
a demon.
Oh, well, you were asking me, Darko,
Yeah.
but you knew. Yeah, you know it to be an elemental servant to a demon.
Yeah. There's nothing good about what is his name again?
Azar,
Azar
Azar.
the Kindler.
Azar the Kindler. He's a bad fella.
So for you,
brings up-
Darko, actually,
Mhm.
sorry. The Azar is the type of the elemental like servitude fiend, like the class or so to speak of it. The subname, the Kindler, is kind of what's granted as they're summoned by the demon. Like the demon gives them like a
okay.
title, kind of. So this one, you know it to be Kindler because of what Chosen One had said, but.
Mhm.
You know, you quickly naturally put it in together, but you also know it to be an Azar is just in generally its own entity, and then these are the titles that they're given, so they can separate who belongs to who, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you don't know the Kindler specifically, but an Azar, you've seen a few Azars burn down other rivaling cults. That kind of, it's not uncommon in your
Okay.
hierarchy.
Yeah, it is in our best interest to get it out here as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will all be dead swiftly.
Yes.
Chosen one agree, but we will come back.
This
and
is my
defeat
town. I want to. It's mine.
This
But first, I must go
fire
and
beast.
save my books.
Sure, big fella, sure. Whatever you say.
Alistair, mate, the books are
70%
gone.
of that
However,
money-
I do agree. This is Jolly Roger material. I reckon we need a very, very big.
The town needs a cleanse.
As I'm going out, I'm like peering in these buildings to see if I can see.
That's
like,
a housing.
thing
This
that
is
would
a housing
resemble
element
or
that you're looking
see
at.
or like would potentially
a
allow
barracks.
for us to repair
Barracks.
said cart that is.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean,
Foggy.
DM,
Yeah.
you mentioned it was foggy
Well, I wouldn't
earlier.
know. I wouldn't
It's,
know, bro. I've been unconscious.
What's the weather like right now?
sorry. So
This is the one building we haven't researched.
you guys are in this center of like a enclave, I guess you could call it. I'm not even like as if you were going in the center of a volcano with any of the lava or immense heat outside of the burning building down there. So it's surrounded by these mountains that are probably about 30-40 feet up or higher depending on the specific range, and the fog is above it, so you guys can't see the sun. You guys can't see past the tips of the mountain pretty much, and it seems to recede down upon you in these like little patches of mist that eventually reside as they get further down. So it feels kind of like a chilly overcast.
Chosen one, you're so
This is
almost
demon
consistent.
weather.
This feels like a level 7 to 8 quest here. I'm thinking. Get the fuck out.
Mates, I think I have me an idea.
Your last one was not very good.
Mate, I'm still here. All of my ideas have always worked.
No, we're not.
You mentioned a
Chosen
fire
one
beast.
agree. All ideas work.
Very much so not
You
surrounded
mentioned
by
a fire
water.
beast. Are we not surrounded by water right now?
No,
No.
you guys are standing.
So-
Oh yeah, yeah.
Chosen one says no.
The fog. The fog is water.
Give me
You
the
may
books
not
and let's
know where we
go.
are, good sir. You feeling okay?
You're carrying my books.
Chosen one feel fatigued and unsure of how
I'm like
to
standing by the
proceed.
people, like,
Alistar,
come on,
what
let's
do you
go.
I
Yeah.
believe the pirate got some smoke inhalation.
Empty wooden.
But do we check these like enclaves,
though.
this like little building? I want to do like
So when
You're gonna-
Alistar went over there, he saw this particular one, right here, this one, to be a
Taking my
lumber mill.
books to the lumber mill.
all right, check the lumber mill.
You're just like going in looking.
Looking for fucking wheel.
Okay. Just give me an investigation check.
All right, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna investigate the fuck out of this place with a -1 intelligence. I'm not gonna use my cantrip at all because I don't need it because I'm gonna roll shit anyways.
Too. Yeah. So you find a lot of wood with no wheel.
Doesn't one
go.
know
Let's get
understand
outta
why
here.
there's just wood? There need to be wheel. And he leaves. And he goes to the horse. He just leaves. He's so pissed. So frustrated. He's so frustrated in life. He wants the fuck out.
So if you recall, chosen one, you had to lift the
strong man?
porculus to allow everyone in.
Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck. And it's closed again, right?
At the moment.
Fuck.
It's 20.
I left the shit up again, I guess.
Okay. You go ahead and
Rocket.
get your strength check.
18.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna fail this one. I know I am. Strength modifier. Let's do this. That was so close.
Very nice.
I'm not
very
feeling
nice.
confident about my rolls these last couple of days.
Yep.
I'm a little nervy when I roll.
Right. All right. So
While
yeah,
he's
no,
holding the
easy
books,
enough.
I
You
drag
pop that
them
sucker
under
up,
with
and
me.
everyone can run and slip under if they wish to.
I drag the bag of books because he's holding up the thing.
Easy
I will
enough.
Give me
I will
my
just
books.
run under without ducking.
Yeah, you can do that. You drag what under him or?
So you try
No,
to
I was
trip
the first
me
one.
while
I'm
I'm
standing by the
holding
gates
it.
the
You
whole time. So I'm literally just he put down the books
So
to
you're
lift
gonna
the
you're gonna
portal.
basically
Oh,
screw
Are you the
me
last?
up.
Are you the last one trying to get out? Assumably Alistar, or is
Okay,
everyone else there?
let's check if I trip you. Let's find out.
Oh.
I hope you understand. You might
How does it
fuck
trip
it
you
up
for me
and
pulling a
just
bag?
trip me. You do this. You
Henry,
might die.
Henry
You
waits
might
to be the
die.
end.
You're not holding the
You might just
bag.
get
I'm not
impaled
ripping it
by
out
a
of your
gate.
hands while you're
We
also
might
holding a
die.
gate.
We might both die. Because I'm holding up a fucking gate that's like hundreds of pounds,
Oh yeah, I'm
bro.
not doing that. Jump on his back.
It's
Give
me
the
my
satchel,
books.
right? So
Yeah.
it's on my arm. I am lifting up. You are
I thought
trying
it
to
was
take a
like
satchel
bag you were
off my
holding. I
arm.
didn't realize it was like a backpack.
Are you? You like rip
Yeah, I'll just
the
walk.
satchel as I'm holding up a gate. You like literally drop
I
it.
literally am
on us.
gonna do that now.
Just saying, you probably shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't do that. But you can.
So, as you guys storm out of the gate, assumably that's what's going on at this point.
I hope that's what's going on.
Yeah, it took you guys a while to figure it out, but you did it, and you guys got through the portcullis. As you guys leave this location behind, you have like a brief, I don't know, thought of it all. What you guys each went through individually as a unique experience. Every single one of you had some kind of interaction with this location. And you're leaving almost as empty-handed as it was when you came, in, if anything, worse shape currently.
We got fucked.
How do you guys wish to go forward?
Climb
let me pull you
aboard the
guys
horse,
to
and
this
I
map. I
request
totally
that
had to
Chosen
remake
One
it. I
give me the
completely forgot
satchel.
after updating to re-import the Vancouver map. So this is not the same map, so it doesn't have all of our
Thank
stuff on
you.
it.
The horse
So
will have an
it'll
easier
do
time
the
carrying it.
job.
It'll make your walk much easier.
Thanks. I give you the satchel.
I just want
Do
to
we
point
leave
out
the
Henry
cart?
is
No.
leaving with a chess
The
piece.
cart is down the path. So you guys have
Does
a
everyone
horse.
else see black?
Farmhouse is only a few hours this way.
You know
Do
what?
I need to refresh my screen?
No, it's me. I didn't give you guys permission to look at that item. My bad.
All good.
I guess I could have just done the same too. I didn't think of that. for a
Yes.
second.
Dude, let's go burn down. Let's go burn
No,
down
don't
Calvin's
listen
house
to any of the
tonight.
measurements. That is all lie.
Can we all just go burn down Calvin's house tonight, like just
On
to
the wrong
feel
side.
satisfied?
Why is there a pirate flag there?
That's your guys' location.
No.
It's the Jolly Roger.
Yeah, I want to
finest
go. I want to
tavern.
go burn down Calvin's house tonight. That's what I'd like to do.
So you guys are here, as you guys originally came due course this way, and came down the Merchant Mile back to your guys' little humble abode. This map is not giving you proper measurements because I had to re-import it because I forgot to bring over the other one after the update, so that was my bad. But for visual purposes, this is where you are.
So like, obviously, like we have a broken wagon, right? Like we can't just. We either have to decide to leave it,
Mm-hmm.
or we go walk miles, which is going to take us hours to the farm, see if they have a wheel to come back to go get it and like do all that stuff.
Yep.
Is there a way to fast forward if we decide to do that, or
Yeah,
like
if that's
Take
if you guys want
walk
to hoof
home.
it and go about this, then we can jump to the moments in the scene. Yeah.
otherwise we have 2 wagons back home that are
True.
seemingly okay?
Yep.
Cobalt poop.
Is there any? Do we have any items on the wagon?
I don't know. Whatever you guys brought, assuming you're just camping
I don't
gear.
think we did. I don't. Yeah, camping gear and shit, which is already
Basics,
ripped
yeah.
to shed. It's like
Mate, if
we have to go buy new camping gear.
Instacart.
Mate, if
That's
we go down a
genius.
wagon, this is really gonna hurt my Instacart idea to get people over to the cart, over to the Jolly Roger.
So
It's just
if we're at the
it's
cart,
just
can I
one
speak
wheel
to
that's
Gallant?
broken.
I have an
correct?
idea.
Correct, and you try to fix it, and you
All we need
failed
you to do
miserably.
No
is
one else tried,
hold
right?
here,
Yeah,
right where the
you
wheel
touched it,
is,
and then everyone
and
was like,
walk
"Nope,
with
no one
the
else."
cart.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Can anyone else
the
try?
wheel is bigger than me.
That's what I was gonna suggest. Actually, I was actually gonna suggest that.
Actually, I would like to inspect it to see
Go for it.
what broke and how it broke. See if I understand
Chosen
it.
one, give
Go for it.
guidance to anyone who try to fix this.
What would you like
wheel.
me to roll?
I pat you on the fucking back
Um,
first and give
Got
you
the tool
guidance
set
on your
in the woods
fucking
to
check.
fix a wheel.
So add a +4, add a D4 to your roll when you put in the mod. I want you to roll a survival.
Magicked it. A 15.
If he rolls a 20, he fixes that shit. So
Oh,
somehow, some way, he fucking MacGyvered it. You know?
So
That was just to see if I know what was broken on
yeah.
it.
as you're looking at it, you do notice that it seems to be on one of the brackets that's holding in the inner wheel, keeping it stable, so to speak, is snapped. It's not something that's impossible to fix, but Chosen One, the one person who tried to fix it, it snapped because his hands were too big. So someone of more natural size could potentially easily bandage this up.
Okay, and do I know what that's made out of? And
No, this is just wood. You just need anything to
idea.
wrap it. You can MacGyver it with a cloth if it was a really, really good tie, or if any of you guys have another particular method of just a simple, just something to stabilize.
Alistair, mate. Yeah, you prance around here in those,
I look
in
down
those
at him.
dresses. You
Not
imagine
gonna happen,
how
pirate.
little
Whoa.
mud would get on your dress if we would take a little of it off and help my Instacart move down the road.
those are fighting words.
Chosen
You
one
had a
to
dress.
understand. You need cloth to fix wheel. Chosen
And
one tried
your
to fix
mate
it.
over
He
here
thought
is too stingy.
Chosen one then just like rips off just whatever cloth he has
You
on
have a
it.
blanket in your inventory.
I take the blanket out of the wagon and then give it to him.
Okay.
And then I tap him on the shoulder and give him more guidance to figure this shit out.
Does
will let you-
anyone?
Uh-huh.
Anyone have any tool set or anything on your possession?
Sure. I give him my tools.
Miscellaneous
I
assortments
saved a
of
book on how
almost
to
useless
fix
stuff.
wagons.
However,
Yeah, whatever
couple of you
shit I
guys do
have.
have a particular item that's very common in any and all worlds.
Amulet, bug, blanket. Yeah, give him a blanket, sensor chain, rations, tinderbox, vestments, water cement.
I think only 2 of you have the item that could make this a little
I only
theoretically
have a
simple.
navigation set, so
Marsh, give me an intelligence check as you're watching everyone just bicker and argue and try to go about fixing this cart. You're kind of just sitting there doing your normal circus observation,
Pretty sure I got
idle patrol mode. and
Rope.
That's
So it's
exactly what it
intelligence, is what you
was.
Y'all
Yeah.
need some fucking rope. I ain't got a fucking rope. I got a blanket. Rope.
Yeah,
And-
intelligence. Yeah.
Henry really should have thought of rope. Damn it!
Yeah.
He's not very smart.
Yeah,
though.
Why does the pirate not have rope?
Because he's on
Because he
land, you know.
chucked off.
Oh yeah,
he
you have to
washed
go
up on a barrel.
Doesn't one think rope might work?
Yeah, and, all of a sudden, Chosen One comes up with the idea before Marsh can put his finger on it, and Chosen One says rope.
I mate, rope. Oh, perfect. Grabs the rope.
Chosen one not smart, but he know when thing need tied.
And I'm gonna try to tie it into place to make it to work and move.
Well, no one gave you rope yet.
Oh, I took
Right?
it from you.
No, you have
I
rope
don't.
on you.
I don't
Henry.
have rope.
Yeah.
You have rope.
Rope has 50 feet of hempen rope.
Oh, you have rope. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I
Good.
think it's him and Marsh that have rope. I saw it in one of you guys' inventories when I was looking right now.
Yeah, I don't have rope.
Yeah, you and
That is
Marsh
bad.
have rope. That's why I had Marsh roll because Henry
Yeah.
was doing all that talking and didn't come up with it on his own. So I was like, okay, hold up. So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand as you go to Jimmy rig this hopefully successful patch.
I slap him on the back. Good luck. Little chosen one and little chosen one give you all the faith we have. I pat him on the back and give him guidance. Take the guidance.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Man.
Thank you for the guidance.
That could have been rough. Okay. You managed to get it going.
I know, harness
Alistar,
the
because you were
horse, we can
proficient
take the
with
cart.
vehicles, it
Lazy
would no longer be at
sons of
advantage,
whores.
but you would still be the best
So I put the horse down and I
leader
ride
to
the cart.
ride. Because this is not a perfect fix, but it will get you moving.
Since
Just
I'm
talk
probably
shit
like
then
300
while
pounds
he's
or so,
walking.
I
You
choose
see,
to
chosen
walk.
one at least, Daisy.
Okay.
Cannot fuck this all up. So I just choose to walk behind or like jog lightly.
Okay. For the most part, it was for this particular location. You guys, on this particular trail, when you guys were coming in the direction, it was a little difficult. So walking is actually a great choice for some of you as you guys are slowly making your way up. You guys come back to the ever so friendly keep. Do you wish to pass through or stop?
No,
Aye,
fucking
the Jolly
pass.
Roger.
That's where the
Let's
spiders
turn in
are.
for some grog, mates.
Marsh, what does
Let's
Marsh
check
want to
in
do?
on
or
rep.
Darko want to do? I want
Let's
to
check
pass
in
the fuck
on
through.
our mates Rep and Tilk and Meek.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
was like, is
Marsh,
this where the spiders were?
Marsh is actually pretty fine.
I am not down with spiders.
Yeah, Darko knows that spiders are usually bigger than him. He's seen
Yeah, no.
a shit ton in
I'm
his
quite sure
lifetime.
he's talking about Jolly
No.
Roger. We're heading.
Spiders are
Chosen
bad.
one, know what is in there, but he think it's not a good idea to go forward with tower. We continue.
Yes.
As I'm like half
Oh,
a
I
mile
thought we were
already
talking
ahead
about
of
the
you
Jolly
walking by.
Roger. It's another one, I'm assuming.
This is the keep in which they found abandoned, and a Nasi was sent in. Saw nothing initially. They heard screaming from goblins of the sort, and a Nasi witnessed a massive blue back spider draining the shit out of a goblin.
I bring a
Yeah,
Nazi
hell no.
into my
Then
palm.
Anansi was
I'll
leaving,
never send you
and
back in
Anansi
there,
saw
my sweet
another
little
big-ass ground
Anansi.
spider and swarms of smaller spiders, all behind where he had just previously came from, and it scared the shit out of Alistar. And Nazi kind of like quivers a little just from the memories. As you guys keep going forward.
I see I'm outvoted. I'll ride along.
As you guys keep going forward.
Chosen one like crew. Crew mean chosen one get what he want.
You guys get out of the original forest zone, and you guys come into paths with none other than didn't fix half of our maps properly, so I'm doing it all as I'm talking. You guys come across the barn. However, it's just the barn. You originally saw a huge, massive structure that was adjacent to a barn, but now you just see a small barn. You still see the crops.
I see 2 carts
It does
for
look a little
us.
quiet. You see 2 carts off to the side,
Oh,
probably
never mind.
along passing distance, and then you see 2.
Ellen, how strong are you?
Do we see any horses?
No horses.
I walk over to the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to are they like 2 jutted out like rods essentially where you
for, like,
would
reins
hitch
and
the
stuff?
horses up? Yeah, where you'd hitch the
It
horses
looks
up.
like it's in reasonable, normal assembly. Outside of the fact that it's sitting on top of hay, with 2 wheels off of it.
You said there's hay on top of it, or there's
so
nothing
it's sitting
on
on hay, and then there's two wheels that are not attached, like it was going under maintenance.
Oh.
What about the other cart? 2 of them, right?
Got it. As if it was okay. It's like essentially a car being worked on, lifted up.
Yeah, with 2 loose wheels.
2 loose wheels.
Mates, I
Yeah, the
reckon.
two
we
are-
can-
You said there was 2 carts. Are they both
Yep.
like that?
Nope, the other cart is just right behind it, like on the other side of like the hay bale. Looks fully assembled.
Fully assembled cart.
It looks fully assembled.
Okay, I go to kind of like lift it up to see.
As you do so, it has a little bit of creaks. It's not super tight, but it's not super loose. I mean, this is an average job.
I pick it up and just start walking off with it.
Okay, you start just walking off with a wheelbarrow as the horse is going at a slow pace, and the chosen one is now wheelbarrowing just the wheelbarrow himself as the cart's behind him. Easy enough.
Henry walks over and grabs the wheels off the that were by the other cart and throws them in our cart.
Okay, which cart?
In the duct tape cart.
Gotcha.
I guess
Everything in this land is chosen ones.
I guess we're not going to fix the wheel then. Okay.
I see that this is needed for chosen. So
I
he just
reckon I
takes
like
it.
I like the way you think.
Yes. So Marsh is just going. Henry, I just want to be clear. So they probably weren't pirates, so that's why it was fine to steal from them.
Of course.
I'm just
Of
checking.
course.
All right, good. We're on the same page.
You
Happy
see a
to-
Jolly Roger anywhere here?
I sure as heck don't. Not until we paint one on there. Am I right, Captain?
Aye, now you're thinking like a pirate.
Marsh just takes out Luann and he's just like.
I just walk off with the cart. That
Marsh, are you
works.
disappointed at all? Did we do all right on this trip? I know you didn't find what you
Darko isn't
Um,
convinced that the pirate still didn't get smoke inhalation and wasn't thinking.
Okay.
Elvin.
You guys are coming to a point where chosen one, you
elven
can
girl,
choose to
right?
continue. Yeah, but real quick, before you guys RP that, you're getting to a point, chosen one, where you are getting tired. You can continue if you take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, that makes sense. What does exhaustion mean? I don't actually know what it means.
So the
to take
first level of it, there's 5 levels. The 5th level means you're dead. First level means all of your rolls are at disadvantage.
Got it.
Second level, you start to feel the effects further, and it starts hindering your abilities. Third level, it starts hindering further, and like movement, etc. And then 4th level, you start getting very close to becoming a veggie.
Would I know
we came.
how far away we are from the JR at this point?
Give me a survival check.
Find my character.
You guys are technically like about 24 miles out, so it would take you guys an entire day. But you guys, it's still like middle daytime. I disabled all the time and stuff because I was talking to
Is
Henry about
this
it.
is the survival at a disadvantage at this point, or
No.
is it
I'll give it to you beforehand. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let you you naturally kind of gauge beforehand.
Yeah. I
You
don't
feel
know what
like
that
you
is.
can keep going,
Strong.
but it's up to you. Like you don't know how far.
Then I keep going. I feel like I keep going. Chosen one that has no fear of anything at this point.
You got it. Marsh. Sorry, did we recover yours?
Over my what?
What?
Your exhaustion, Marsh.
Yes,
Yeah,
Marshing recovered,
okay.
right? Yeah, because he had a short rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I had all you guys proper.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah, we
then,
lounged around the fire for most of the day.
you guys are going to continue further. In doing so, you guys can travel about another full tile, and you guys will have to make a pit stop to rest. You guys choose to do such.
Chosen. Can I make another survival roll to think if I can go further or not?
You feel pretty exhausted. You don't even have to make a survival roll to realize
All right.
that you're not.
Chosen one arms are feeling like God has given his arms away.
All right,
Chosen one
he
think
can
he should
be in the
rest.
back. I don't mind.
And then he climbs up in the cart and he starts going to sleep.
Would the gods
So
give you
we're just running away then. We're just getting away from you. I'm not even sure I
Chosen.
noticed
No,
you
this is a
getting in the
cart I
cart.
was carrying.
He was pulling.
Yeah.
I
You
was,
didn't choose to
I was
rest
in the
with
front
me? You
just
let
going.
me just like rest in the car?
What? I look back.
This is a group decision.
Oh, yes, we need to stop. Go get Chosen
Also,
one.
mate. Also, mate.
Alright.
It seems
cool.
like the chosen is falling behind.
I'm just
Maybe
trying
we
to
should.
get places.
Maybe we should.
I grabbed my
The
tent that's in
bookman
the
should-
back still, the one that was torn that I was sleeping in. I'm gonna go set it up by
You
myself.
are in your own world, bookman.
Bookman pockets.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a perception on this. Let's see if you get it.
1 second.
Yeah, what the heck?
Henry's gonna steal the pegs for the tent.
Why?
Hey,
Why?
man,
You don't steal
roll
from
it.
your own crew, bro.
Yeah,
You've stolen
what the
now
hell?
twice from your own crew. This will be
He
the
just thinks
second
it's
time you've
funny.
stolen from your crew.
Yeah, right. I see exactly
thinks
what
it's
you do.
funny.
Put those pegs down right now.
Alright.
Alright, what's that? I'm gonna use the restroom and be right back.
You're a good
Okay.
man. I do like you, pirate. One day, I will like you. And then I go back into my tent.
Hi, mate. You can't mess. I can't be upset with me trying to mess with you. Oh my god, that's so loud.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you might have to disable it. I totally forgot the set sound. I thought I deleted it last time.
Might be something unnatural about these birds. Is that a yellow Persephone?
Oh no!
And so it begins all over again.
You are in the birds too. What is it with you guys and the birds? I don't understand.
Well, birds help us navigate our way back to land.
Of course.
That's like a load of malarkey.
Kobold easily enough sets up his torn up ass tent and walks inside and rips it again as his spear is pointing up as he walks in. He's just like, and he's just like, stab. He stabs it twice in anger and he's just like starting to collapse and he just doesn't care. He's just over it.
I am going to take a note from our good friend Darko, and I'm gonna go just lay underneath the wagon over here.
Okay.
This man stole my bed. I can't believe it. I thought he did not steal from his own crew, and here he is stealing my goddamn bed.
Marsh is gonna
Hey,
get up in the
Hey,
top
there's
of the
more
wagon.
room.
So it's like bunk beds.
Okay.
okay. I'm gonna take Henry's invitation, and I'm gonna lay next to him. I'm like, oh, well, okay. I hope you don't mind sleeping in the dark. And I'm gonna cast darkness. so now it is completely dark.
It's so dark.
How big is darkness?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think it's like 10 or 20 feet. I'm not
I think,
sure.
I think
yeah,
it's like
Watch.
a sphere too,
15
so
feet.
anybody captured in that. Oh, do we have anybody watching?
15 feet radius sphere for the duration.
15 feet.
I
So
jumped
Marsh
in
is in this too.
cart. I feel like I
Yeah.
jumped in the cart and already fell asleep with Little Chosen. We're snuggling.
All right. 1 second.
Yeah, we've
I'm
all been
definitely
through
not-
something, so I think we're all just gonna pass out.
I assume this is my cart. This is
Let
my
the
cart.
gods
This is-
decide.
we're just- yeah.
No, when Marsh. So Marsh would not. He's gonna get exhausted again.
You're up.
Marsh hasn't lived this long by not taking watch, so Marsh stays up all night again.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh god.
You gotta be at like second level exhaustion after that.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me fix this. This is about to get nuts. On the way. My bad.
You mean in fantasy world you just can't do whatever the fuck you want and just be okay with it?
Wait, so is Marsh still sitting in this dark sphere of darkness?
Yeah, that darkness sphere is supposed to be on. I don't know what happened with it, why it's not working.
There's some
Okay,
crates
He's
down
standing
low.
watch but can't see
Stand on
damn
the
thing.
crates.
Yes, you.
As soon as he gets capped, he's just gonna get out.
It's a super
But nothing
dark
else,
night.
nothing else can see anything. That's the point, right? This is the murder scene where Dark D squared just slept through it.
Yep.
So we'll just do that for darkness because it turns out, well, what the heck? It disappeared. Did you see it and then it disappeared?
No, I see it like
The light
kind
went away.
of dimming down a little bit. Yeah.
Like I saw the fog.
I just
swirling.
I spoon Little Chosen and I scratch his belly as we're spooning.
Okay. I don't know why. Oh, there you go.
Henry is
So-
used to close quarters on the ship, so eventually he just puts his arm around
Oh,
Darko
my gosh.
just for the warmth.
Let's save it.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, what the hell?
There we go. So that'll just represent the darkness because black disappears in the dark because you guys are in the dark. So
Okay.
you guys cannot see. Okay.
Really?
So
Like sleeping in the dark.
that leaves Marsh. Marsh, you see
Darko.
just this.
Darko, mate, you be a little heater.
Marsh, you see just this ball of pitch black darkness hovering over the cart in which you had once been ambushed on.
If I finished reading my
Give me a
chapter,
perception
I
check.
was reading a nice
At
book.
disadvantage because you do not have dark vision.
I was reading The Perilous Footprints of the Dungeon.
And he's the only one awake, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just one of them at random. Got it.
No, Marsh got a 13.
give
for
me
it. Oh, my
a,
19 was against Henry, who was trying to
oh.
steal my tent stakes.
Was that your perception roll? What was the perception roll for Alistair? The 19. When was that? Gotcha. Okay, you guys are doing your thing. Got it. Marsh. Yeah, I mean, you don't feel like anything's there, but last time that happened, something was there. So you're on edge, but you can't confirm much more than just the spooks that you've kind of heard in your surroundings. You hear twigs breaking, you hear branches kind of crunching, and it could be small wildlife, but last time it was small wildlife, just not that kind of wildlife. So you're on edge, but you feel that for the most part,
Trying to figure out what his dreams are.
unattended without any issues.
Henry's just rolling dice.
Just
to roll dice.
rolling dice.
You're just getting rid of the bad ones. You're muted.
Henry actually couldn't sleep just yet. It was bothering him that he didn't get to steal the tent eggs. So he creeps out, finds the tent, and then what he does is he doesn't steal them. He loses them all the way out to where they're barely holding, and then just goes back to bed, just waiting to see if Alstar moves at all.
Okay. You got it. Well, give me a stealth check.
Oh damn, he did it. He got 20.
That'll just reflect the zone. Yeah, easy enough. You get this
You're gonna collapse on me.
the stakes. Our pegs. I don't know what you were stealing.
Dexterity save 7.
I didn't steal them. I just losing them all the way
Oh,
to where if he moves at all, the tent
I roll around.
the tent will collapse. Got it.
Rolling.
Okay, so you went about this. Are you the kind of sleeper that moves, Alistar? So Marsh watches this happen, causing his minor distraction to his perception check when he was going about it, and he sees it happen, and he's just thinking, "Oh, the young
somebody
folk."
puts up tents. I
with
need
that,
a freaking
Alistar goes
what's it
in,
called, like a slave.
swaddles around, and boom, down goes his tent into oblivion on
Need a
top of him,
maid.
just
Need a
collapsing.
maid to make my tent for me.
Yeah. Henry just starts laughing. And then tries
Now,
to go back to sleep.
ironically, you can
Shut
hear
up,
him,
pirate!
but Henry didn't see it.
He didn't see it, but he heard it.
Yeah. For you, Alistar, as you go back to sleep or attempt to, depending on who Marsh decides to awake. The one lesson you learned
my
from
last thought
the
before I go back
perils
to
of
bed.
dungeon is
I'm gonna
traps
sleep on top
often
of the
come
tent.
discovered by
I wanna
surprise.
put it back.
Watch out.
Duh.
And there was, yeah, that was your surprise.
Bad.
Marsh, who do you wake up?
I wake up gallant.
You dick. Exhausted.
And from the dark sphere, you hear this little.
Oh, mate.
Grumble, just goddamn demons! Oh.
I close the door. Get out of here. Get out. Get out of my tent.
The chosen one refuses to be bothered by Marsh.
Get out. Go.
I go.
Exhausted.
Come here, little owlbear guy. Come on, your turn to watch.
You're gonna put the owlbear in charge.
The little chosen one naturally would think, okay, sure, I trust the old dude. He's never done anything wrong to me. I'll say he kind of pops his head out to see what's up.
I go.
As he does, let's get a perception for this bad boy right here.
Wisdom 19.
I guess that'd be a wisdom.
Little chosen.
Oh, he perceives
no.
everything. Is it a wisdom saving throw
Oh, yeah,
or
well,
perception?
It's actually a nat 20, so he for sure knows what's up.
Perceives all. Yeah.
Yeah. So
He goes Neo mode.
a little chosen one goes batshit crazy and just takes off. He's like, and just books it. You guys hear? You guys all hear?
Can I
him?
try to hear? Because I'm passed the fuck out.
No, I would say you're tuned to your little chosen one streak. It was a high pitched streak. It wasn't so much of a concern, more than it was like, I don't know, a sense of there's a desire for Marsh. You just saw Little Chosen One, a man on a mission. Just book it.
Okay, so I can then hear him, right?
Yeah.
I wake up from my slumber. If I wasn't already awake,
going
Marsh
to sit by
trying to
the
wake
campfire.
me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Then I go after.
All right. You know where he is.
Marsh.
I don't. Can I
Marsh
see?
Marsh just kicks the
He's
wagon, and he goes, "Wake up, you two!"
All right. Marsh goes to wake you guys up. If you guys choose to wake up. Meanwhile, Chosen One, you arrive at Little Chosen One, and you see him pecking at something on the floor. You hear just kind of like it's ripping into something.
I just look to observe what it is. I think he probably killed something to eat it.
Yeah, it looks to be of some sort of hare or rabbit of some sort. You can't quite tell which one it was due to the already more than 3/4 of the way consumption of this poor thing.
Good job, Little Chosen. He scratches his head and then he walks back to go sleep.
Okay.
If Henry or Darko are up, Marsh is gonna walk by and go, "Oh, great, you're up. Well, go ahead and why don't you take a watch?" And I just go back up into the dark wagon and go to bed.
I don't know if I'm up yet. Let me see here. Yep, I woke up.
Currently sitting by the campfire.
So yeah, I guess I'll take the next watch.
Okay.
I am a heavy sleeper.
I'm gonna come over here on the. Yeah, I'm gonna come over to the campfire, and then I'm gonna put my back to the campfire. How did I move all the way over there with it? Put my back to the campfire so I can keep what I can of my night vision.
Got it. Okay. So Henry's going to be the one on watch for the next leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Little Chosen One does come back. I'm just too lazy to grab him, but actually I think I can reach him from here. Yeah.
When he comes back, I attempt to pet him real quick as he comes by.
Okay. He just lets you. He walks by as you kind of run your hand across him. He's just like, he just kind of like fluffs. He's a bird and a bear at the same time. So he has like that ruffle effect
Henry.
that he manages to kick off as he passes by. And
I reckon
I don't know what those are. They don't
be the
exist.
second best of the crew. Second best of the crew. Second to Steve the Squid.
Yeah.
so
Some owlbear screeched and ran into the woods and woke me up. So I'm just sitting by the fire reading a thoughtless concoction.
Are you guys all trying to watch actively at your own pace, or one of you guys trying to help each other? Or
I'm hate to the owlbear. Make your head
That
fall.
animal is a menace.
Chosen One just said, "It'll come to bed." beckons him back in. Go to sleep.
okay.
I don't get it.
Menace that saved your
I hear
ass.
he hates tens too.
Alistar, as you're reading your thoughtless concoctions book, you come across a particular title of an item called the Pilfer Bomb. Upon further reading, you learn that this particular bomb, though easy to create, creates
This is a very interesting
smoke-like
piece of
effect
information.
for the
You might
purposes
even like
of
this, Henry.
deceiving
Perhaps I'll read a
running
chapter
away,
out loud to you if
or
you would
distraction.
enjoy that. Everybody loves books. Everybody loves knowledge.
Hi, mate. You reckon I really will? It be about treasure.
It's called the Pilfer Bomb. Easy to create. The instructions are 1, 2, 3.
I'll indulge you
Make
one time.
bomb.
There's one
Put
time.
smoke in it. I don't know the instructions. Light bomb and run away.
Hi.
You know what you read basically. What you read is it requires a charcoal, and then it requires a type of. You don't know. You have no personal experience with it because you're magic akin. Magic akin can create explosions with the flick of a finger, where non-magic kin have to use unique substances to create these effects. Some call it chemistry, others call it cataclysms, others call it mixing, others call it experimenting, and even others call it doing.
I don't know this doing,
the
but
lesser
even
of
you
them
can
call it
appreciate the
doing.
materials
It's more
that
of a
go
very rough
into
slang
this.
word.
I mean, just look at how
but this
somebody
particular
meticulously
material that
described
is-
the
Hey, are you speaking about
ingredients on how to
doing a
make
bomb?
this one item. That knowledge, I'm sure you can appreciate that. Writing on each of these instructions. The bomb's
I
nice
reckon
too.
I don't care about that, but
That is simply the context
The
of
bomb.
what they are writing, but look at the specifics,
one of them
the
bombs.
detail. In fact, he inscribed his name below. Mr.
I haven't seen
Pilferbaum.
these actually in action before, by the way.
Yes, it says here it does in fact create smoke for distraction and sneaking and thievery.
You talking about a smoker? You talking about a smoker?
Sure. Rudimentary. Only to those who have specifically learned about it. And this book here
Right, a
can
smoker.
teach.
Yeah, pretty rudimentary stuff.
I won't believe that for a second. None are dumber than the Chosen.
I had one leg mate who was dumber than the Chosen, and he made smokers every day.
You gotta kick me.
Alright, let
So
me
we
tell
spend
you
the next hour
about my mate Bob.
about Bob.
And he goes on a long-winded story about Bob losing his leg, thinking that it would score him a woman.
But did he get him?
It did not. It did not work. It was about really. The high notes were about making his dick look bigger.
All right. So, with that, you guys.
There is one person dumber than Chosen.
That's canon. Yeah, that's canon. Bob is really, really dumb.
Bob, the dumb one, is off in the world, still doing dumb things. Meanwhile, it was Henry. Was that your perception for watch?
That was fine if I woke up or not. With the
Gotcha.
running off.
Okay, then I need you guys. Darko, are you awake or asleep?
No, I'm still asleep. Look at this.
Okay.
This is all shaggy, old sleepy beard right there.
There we go. All right,
That's
so Henry,
a 19?
Sorry, you guys respectively roll a perception check.
I'm not paying any attention to Bob, so I hear everything else.
Oh my.
I'm so engrossed with my story about Bob.
With that, the day comes slowly and surely as Alistar continuously has to deal and
You're right.
listen
Chosen One is much
non-stop
smarter than this Bob.
Henry's continuous stories of Bob.
I mate, and that's why we call him Bob the Knob.
You've distracted me from my reading. I've barely finished a small portion of this novel. I have so many books now to read.
Bob the Knob.
No one will remember what you said, but this will live on forever.
I will. That's the beauty of the spoken word.
Who?
mate. Over the written, boring word.
Meanwhile, you guys are back on trail. Chosen one, your exhaustion is gone because you slept the entire night and did not participate in a watch.
Nice. Am I fully healed and all my spells active?
Yes,
and
you guys
ready?
actually can all take a long rest right now to activate that. Marsh has already done so.
How do I do that?
So you click on your character sheet.
Okay.
Upon doing so, on the
Just-
top left, you should see a bed icon.
I don't know why I feel rested. I was talking all night.
Oh yeah.
Long rest is the far right one.
Rest. Yes, I did so. Nice.
There was no.
I'm rested.
You
That's
feel
the
good
beauty of
nonetheless.
The
Yeah, I
knob.
like it. It looks slept in.
As you guys go about your travels,
Oh damn, 87 for an unknown creature.
whoops.
John, your beard's getting crazy as we go.
It is. Oh my god. This...
Oh shit.
As you guys are traveling along, getting close to what should be about where your sign is. Maybe a couple more miles, perhaps. At least Alistar keeps telling himself. You do happen to see two young individuals off to the side. There is no wagon or belongings. They're not necessarily standing around hitchhiking. They
Do these
are
look
going
like
about
children?
the path. To you, from this distance, they definitely look like children.
Oh, what do we have here?
There might be something wrong with you.
Oh, wow.
The chosen one.
They look like they're all
What
within
these things
drinking
are,
age.
they
We
just
should
all look
invite
like-
them to the
they
Jolly
all look
Roger
the same
for a
to
few
us.
pints.
They're little kids.
Or silver.
They're probably like, if you guys had to guess, like maybe 12, maybe 13.
Oh, I see ya.
If they have cash, they can stay.
As long
No,
as
I
they're point,
disagree.
I had my first grog at 4.
This looks like a...
Are you guys gonna pass them as you guys are getting close to them?
Yes, we are. We're gonna go right past. No need to stop here.
As you guys are making your way past,
I observe and see. Just look at them and just see. I'm walking slowly because I'm the one that's like bringing another cart behind me.
yep, for sure. You see these two children. One of them, they're both boys. You see one of them, and he kind of like is eating some kind of sandwich of sorts. And as he watches your guys' cart go by, he's just kind of, and then he sees Darko. He almost pauses, drops his sandwich, and is watching. Darko, you lock eyes with this boy as you're just, galloping away,
Wait, can I say something before we're gone?
and this kid is just watching you.
Before we're totally gone, I'd
He
like
almost
to yell
like-
out something.
It seems as if he's identifying you. in this
Follow us
moment.
to the Jolly Roger
And you
for
keep going about
boobs
your
and
way until he's
beer.
at a distance, and he looks back at the other kid, and they move on. Huh? Okay. You see one of them just kind of wave their hand
Hi!
in acknowledgement.
This is how we make money.
Why?
Alistar.
Why would
All in
you
the
say
marketing.
that, bookman?
I would find enterprise, mate. You
Where
be a
they can
pirate
get
yet.
boobs and beer.
Slap in
That's
the
how
back
we
of
make
the
money.
Do you know what you've done?
Hi.
Do you know what you've just done? Oh,
They're dick vessels?
oh, these are
Makes a good point.
vessels that you are inviting into our town. Do you understand?
You're welcome.
Mate, but does a demon have coin?
We put it to
I don't know, probably.
Thank you, Mark.
I will also. Oh,
But what does that
remember, man. The Dolly Roger. All of what at the Jolly Rogers, as long as I have coin.
What the hell does coin matter if they are stealing your soul, good sir? I do not understand.
But I reckon enough coin can buy a soul.
Oh, come on. I'm just going to turn and grumble to myself. I'm going to turn completely away from the pirate where I'm at in the cart.
It's like he doesn't know how to make money.
Alrighty. With that,
I'm just gonna whisper to Alistair. Can you believe this, mate? After I shared bed with him. Oh.
Oh, shit, that would be awesome. Just intruding on my darkness. Oh, stupid. Tired of this shit. You're my soul-eating bad demon. I swear to God.
As Chosen One is like carrying in a cart that he just ripped off from a fucking barn. Hey guys, I'm back here.
You guys
I'm
are
just
going back
procuring
through,
more equipment for us.
You guys are just going through, back through your guys' known path to arrive at the Jolly Roger.
Thank God, we're finally back.
You guys do arrive. I don't have you guys' carts in there because I had to re-upload it. So,
Alright.
but your wagons are imaginarily there. I'm working on putting them in. But you guys are free to move about.
As I secure another wagon for us, as I'm awesome in the Chosen One.
Yep.
I go in with Little Chosen. Actually, first and foremost, I go and check on Little Buck.
You go
Make sure he
inside the
Died.
the bar, and Little Buck is actually at the bar right now. Everyone's actually at the bar, I think.
Oh, Little Buck's just chilling now. Good. Didn't know he was already tamed at the bar drinking beer. All right, let's go.
He's hanging out with the kobolds.
Which kobold was it that originally came with me to the Jolly Roger?
There's another Little Chosen. All right,
no.
that's sweet.
Was it no?
Yeah.
All right. I go and look to see Little Buck and go up and pull out a little piece of meat or little dry meat and hold it out and have him come to me.
Alright. Give me an
And
animal handling check.
scratch his head and I don't know, give him some loving.
Wait, what's happening?
He's animal
Appreciate it.
handling his little buck.
Yeah, I handled nothing.
He eats it. He doesn't understand the concept of you missing him, but he eats it.
Good. That's all that matters. I scratch his head.
You got it.
Henry's
And
gonna
then
walk in and oh wait, sorry.
No, all good. No. I go up and I'd say, Little Chosen, give Little Buck attention. And I go up to the bar and ask for beer.
Okay. Easy enough.
Marsh gets behind the bar. All right. Well, we've got ale.
You guys got it.
And we are soon bound to have demons in our presence. Because of where's the bookman?
You referring to now?
No, I'm referring to Alistair.
Oh yeah.
Like accusing him of inviting demons to our
Let's go
bar.
speak with Rep and see if we're actual.
Meanwhile,
refugees.
We have four carts. This is awesome. We're basically like asset rich.
Yep.
The Instacart is gonna work. When Henry walks in, he starts singing, "Oh, better to live and die."
Hold up. Before
Under
we
the
walk
black
in,
flag
do
off
we see,
fly.
do
You've
we see
been doing a
patrons?
terrible job.
Do we see
Where
patrons
are
at all?
all
Like,
the
are there
customers?
people outside of us in the bar? Like, do
There
we just
actually
barge
aren't.
in?
There actually aren't. It is quiet.
There are
right
not.
now.
It is quiet. All right, cool.
Who are you speaking to?
There he is! No, get over here. The bookman has invited a child demon to our bar. Can you believe this?
What? You invite a child demon to the bar? Why?
No,
Hi, because they have coin.
No,
Of
not
course.
not
You just say you did. Saudi will not
If
accept.
they have coin, they're welcome
Not me.
here.
No, not me. No, the bookman. That guy right there. And point
He
at
looks-
Alistair.
He looks at him. You invite demon?
Nah,
We will see if they demon. I will research when I see.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. They just don't. They don't listen. No, they just don't listen.
And he's like, He's like, And he's like taking little notes in his book that has like mine just all over it, written over it.
Henry's just not paying attention anymore. He's still singing, and then he walks back and grabs some beer, and then he just is like, "Mate, you ever played the 99 bottles of grog in the hold?"
As you start that, the door in the that goes into you guys' sub rooms. You guys see Rep come out. Well, shit. Who knew you guys were gonna come back anytime soon? I mean, fuck, it's been like 3-4 days. I mean, we're doing all right. Yeah. Wow. Were there this many of you guys last time? Or did you come back with more?
Henry throws a bottle of grog at him.
He catches it. You know, this dude's like an expert at anytime he handles any kind of beer substance, this dude is just a
Think this
natural
is a
with
joke?
it. So he catches
Oh,
it.
I
He
press
starts
the
taking a
digitation
drink.
to, like,
Oh, man.
make my hair
99
your
bottles
return.
of grog in
blowing
the
it up,
hold.
and to change it red. I'm going
He
Super
starts, like, just
Saiyan,
going at
and I
it.
smack the table, the bar really hard, and I leave like a fiery imprint on it.
He
They'll just hit me. I'll take whatever that takes.
Henry goes, "Oh, mate, I didn't know you wanted to play." Throws a bottle of grog at Alistair.
Dexterity saving throw with
This is
disadvantage.
not a joke. This is a business. Ah!
Dexterity at disadvantage.
Dex save with disadvantage. You were too distracted in your performance to see a bottle coming at your face.
Just one. All right, still.
It definitely hits you. You take 1d6 bludgeoning damage. The bottle just smacks you in the face for 1 point of damage.
Mate, if you wanted to play, catch the bottle of grog.
Rep is kind of like scratching his head, like, wait, did I miss something? Are you guys like enemies all of a sudden?
Nah, mate, that's just Alistair
No.
being Alistair.
Chosen one, no think we are enemies. We are friends. They all follow Chosen one. But Chosen one think we have mess to clean up later.
Cool. 'Cause
Yes,
I'm no
we
bouncer, so I'll let you guys figure that one out.
Do you have any experience with demons, good sir?
Demons, huh? Very specific question. And no, I usually deal with a lot of scum, shitty individuals, poor patrons. I gotta say, the relevant customers we've been getting have been real sweet. We got this real nice old lady who's like a pelter, I think. I didn't quite ask her, but I figured she was. I try to get to know as many of my patrons as possible. There's this cool fisherman guy. Oh, wait, maybe it was the miner.
Yeah,
Mate,
interesting story. But
hey,
you better be
enough
prepared
about
for
the
some-
demon. Hey, where be the woman for the brothel?
Oh, right. Yeah, let me, give me a second. And he, like, goes back into the room.
Is he gonna make a
Oh,
call?
he was
I'm
He was
very upset with you. I'm gonna go get my
fraternizer.
books and go in my
He
room.
was messing with the goods.
Well, Henry has no
Meanwhile,
problem with
what are you guys
that,
doing?
but
As Alistair goes off, I go closer to No,
Okay.
and I motion to No to come closer.
He leans in, and he's, like, holding his book, like, super close to, like, it's listening with him. Yeah.
No, Chosen One have interesting occurrence. He meet Shadow Lady, and Shadow Lady then disappear. And he reaches for the chess piece.
It's missing.
and he then freaks out. Well, he doesn't freak out. He's like his eyes widen.
No's like, yes. Where is this?
This piece that Otto go into was with Chosen One, but no longer with Chosen One. As he does it, he pulls out the hand that is wrapped. He unwraps his hand. It says, Chosen One have tingly feeling with hand and purple.
As you put your
bark.
hand out, No just kind of looks at you wide-eyed. What? And he grabs your hand and slaps it down and opens his book and throws his book on top of it. He's just kind of like, he's like this, just like boom, just like covering your hand. And he's like, he looks at Darko and he's like, Darko, mace now. And then he looks at Tilk and he's like, Tilk, which one of you guys speak Draconic? None of you guys? I thought one of you guys did last time. You have no fucking clue what he's telling Tilk. And then he's looking around and he sees Meek, and Meek is just like, Meek's like, no, me not involved. And he just walks off. But No's kind of like frantically trying to like keep your hand covered as Tilk is grabbing some cloths and he comes over to help. And you see these two kobolds, and then Darko, do you present your mace?
Yes.
You present your mace, and you see No kind of like move your hand as you're holding the mace, or he's like pulling on the mace handle as you're kind of like just trusting where he's like leveling for you to hold it up. And then he has Tilk use his little staff to kind of raise the book a little as No is focusing underneath it, as he's using the light to illuminate beneath it for whatever reason, which he could be doing outside of it. He's doing underneath it. And he's
I have like,
you.
I mean, like, they're doing all this. I'm strong as fuck. I have no idea what they're fucking doing. I rip my hand away.
As you rip your hand away and destroy his assemblant, he's just like, no, I know what you don't know.
Henry's drinking with Marsh now. He just walked over and handed Marsh a bottle.
Chosen One.
He's singing raucously over there.
Chosen One understand. He gives him back.
Okay.
But he has no clue. He just doesn't know.
I don't think you do, big fella.
He slaps everything out of the way, and this time he goes, oh look. And you guys all lean over and look over at his hand, and you guys see just this like spiraling mark, kind of like almost cloudy on his palm. And Darko, give me a intelligence check. No, give me a history check.
I've never seen nothing like this before in my life.
It was going real well till it wasn't.
You were staring at it for a minute and you just kind of blank, and then Cobalt comes up from behind you. You're surrounded by all the kobolds, and Cobalt goes, little Stabby's friend, have Stabby Mark 2. And he's looking up at you, Chosen One.
Cobalt, or Little Dragon Stabby Man. Are you talking about grrr?
All the kobolds, all at the same time, are grrr! They all kind of like let out his name in a different kind of mini roar, and they just kind of look at each other and they all nod in unison. And then No goes, yes, we are talking about grrr. How do you know this?
Who the hell
Who was it? It was Tilk that took me, right?
No, it was
Henry.
Meek that took
Henry
you.
doesn't notice. He's singing louder now because he thinks that the people are getting into it.
Yeah. One of Little Dragon Man, take me to Cloudy.
Give me a performance check, Henry. Who you're telling No, right?
Yeah, I'm telling
Meek kind of comes up and he's like, I took him to see Cloudy. What? And Tilk is like, Meek, how could you? And then Noah's like, I now know. Yes, I now know.
Henry is
He
doing
leans in.
well right now.
Yeah, Henry is really loud, so No leans in even further to like try to like get past the loud ambience from behind him, and kind of like he says like loudly in response, Cloudy, have him mark you. I know. Do you confirm his statement or deny his statement?
Chosen one, take marking from Gur. Chosen one and God think it the right move.
Darko, you put together what you have heard from Cloudy himself. You've put together what Chosen One has just said. You look at the mark. You've seen crazier markings. You're not sure what this one is, but you've seen crazier ones. The story's all coming together, but what's confusing you is the mission you were given is contradictory to what Chosen One just said.
The hell?
Henry is now dancing on the
My
bar.
history check was literally a 1, so I want to keep it like a little...
So as Henry gets on the bar and distracts the rest of the party, Darko is lost in his thought as No kind of backs away and grabs his book back, and the Cobalt kind of like moves his spear in tune with Henry's dancing, and is like stabbing the air in unison with his hollering, and Cobalt starts jumping in like stab, 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 like just whatever the fuck Henry says, he says stab to it.
Henry just pours grog at this point, like.
Like we had the most victorious adventure. It's just
Absolutely.
Cart boys.
like champagne.
Instacart is happening.
You guys get one empty cart after busting your cart and then like getting your asses whooped. You took a nap basically.
Yeah.
So then
We
you guys
traveled
hear,
to get our asses kicked, and then we came
You
back.
hear Tilk go. So, what did you guys do?
Chosen one no understand what we do, but we understand that we do something.
We invited demons back to this bar is what we did.
Meek goes, I heard you take nap.
Chosen one didn't get much sleep.
Nap. And he just like walks off. He's just like always so disgruntled whenever he has a conversation with any of you guys in the bar. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna ask. Can I ask No what he thinks the marking means? Because I'm obviously like kind of bewildered by what it is to a certain extent.
As you go to do that, you hear, I'm sorry, was I interrupting something, boys? And you see this ginger red head, hair tucked up. You imagine her hair to probably reach down just above her waist if it were let down. She seems to be in almost a similar fashion of pirate garb, only clean, proper leather, with the like nice cuff out. And along her side, she actually has a firearm.
Henry immediately stops singing and tries to do a front flip off of the bar to land as close as possible to her.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
I hope you roll a 1, dude.
Oh my god, please.
I hope you roll a 1.
Oh no.
Not great. Plus 5.
Not bad.
You flip. You look like a freaking sloppy, flopping Magikarp as you're flipping in the air. But you do land successfully. You don't look very good. She's not impressed, but she sees you. I assume you to be the pirate.
Aye, and I've stuck a better landing than that. How are you, lassie?
Well, I was told that there's perhaps an opportunity for my services, and before you get ahead of yourself, I don't mean my service. I mean the services in which I can acquire for this potential tavern, I must say.
Aye. Well, we're enterprising men looking for opportunity.
Well, I've been here for the time passing in which you guys had gone on an adventure, Rep would say. Rep kind of comes in behind and goes, oh, well,
Aye,
I mean,
and a mighty successful one at B2.
Oh yeah, what'd you bring back, man? Any souvenirs? He's like looking around like excitedly to all of you.
Chosen, and I speak up. Chosen one bring other cart.
That's cool.
We've requisitioned the next part of our fleet, mate.
Well, I mean, that's awesome too. We're gonna need a higher help then, because I don't know if these kobolds can drive a cart. And then you hear Meek, who's just like standing off on his own. I've driven carts at town. Everyone always thinks we do nothing. I don't. Just mumbling about.
I
You
walk
hear,
up.
Meek?
I
We
walk
got
up to the
problem
lady
solved.
and I look at her and I say, "Do you have 2 brain?"
At that point, Henry like nudges him with his elbow.
She sizes you up. She looks you up and down. I'll tell you what, big fella. I'll have 2 brains if you promise to even have 1.
Oh, mate,
Whoa,
she
whoa,
got the
wait.
better of you. Oh, she got you full broadside right there, mate.
That easy. Chosen have 1 brain. It right here.
Then I have 2. Somewhere right here. She gives you like
Henry's-
a wink. She
And
definitely
then
Henry's
understands.
chosen one gets on his one knee. Chosen one propose.
She
Please
stands
marry
up.
chosen one. You have 2 brain.
She's like taking off. She's like, is that all it takes for a lass to get someone's attention? I like this. She kind of
Henry's
like
just
reaches
dying
out.
of laughter.
She reaches out and gives you like a shoulder rub, and it's just like, huh. And a brute at that. This might have been a good deal, Rep. I'll tell you what, big fella. Show me a good time in the future, and I don't mean that kind. Big brain, remember. And
He
I
has no
might
idea
be
what
able
to-
to. Yeah, but she's going on, and she's like, I might be able to offer some potential opportunities. And she kind of looks over the rest of you. She sees as she passes
Chosen
over.
one stands up. Chosen one married. And he walks
So
out the
does-
bar.
she lets him
He's
go.
no longer
about it.
laughing. He's just shocked. He's just like,
As she looks over Darko and Marsh and Alistar. Well, I assume that the older fellas can do stuff.
Do you have any idea who you were just speaking to? And I'm just gonna pull out a flyer that I had made and just give it to her. He is the chosen one. You should feel blessed to be and now you are married to him. You are married to the chosen one.
I just
Can you believe it?
I just pointed dark. What he said.
Henry.
Yeah.
Henry just looks at her and says, "Lassie, I reckon you and I gotta have a conversation in the future."
Yeah, easy enough. You guys, she's just kind of like judging all of you guys individually as she's kind of taken in, and she approaches the bar. Rep quickly goes beyond the bar, grabs her a drink. She approaches, and she gets, she's not on there. She's like on the side. She gets to the side, and she goes, "Well, here's my proposition." And she like lays out this like scroll, and it has an item in it. And this item I have saved. So, fun fact about this item, I had it in the very second session, and none of you found it on accident. And I was a little disappointed. Like, after all of your guys' excitement, I was excited to give it to you guys, and nobody discovered it. I don't know if I can just drag and drop it.
Was this in the tavern itself? Or the keep?
It was when you guys were allowed to freely explore Cape Crow and go around the different buildings and the structures and try to talk to the different merchants. You guys, I think, only went into 2 stores the entire time, and you guys didn't go to the other ones. So I was like, well,
focused. It's actually focused. Yeah, all good.
I'm going to put it in the in your guys' Jolly Roger.
I wouldn't know shit about shit, so don't matter.
Because I can't toss it down as a thing. You guys have to look at it. So I'm gonna put it in the Jolly Roger storage real quick, and you guys can check it out. And this is basically, so she just puts this down, and it's like this paper, and it's all the way at the bottom under the loot section called service voucher.
Service voucher.
So take a gander at that real quick.
Where?
Well, it's in your guys' Jolly Roger storage, which is right here. And at the very bottom, you should see service voucher.
I got you.
Do I have to like go into that room or something?
No, you just have to double click the sheet.
Brothel
What?
license?
Wait a second. I'm
Those are the
confused. What do I
women,
have
I'm
to do
guessing.
here?
So double click on that key icon, and it should open up the inventory.
Oh, you're
And
gonna
just to
actually
fill
go
your-
to the
The key?
inventory.
The key icon?
You don't see one right there, Darko? Right here?
Disclaimer.
No, it's all black right there for me.
A
Oh,
disclaimer. If in the event of one of the above mentioned are
The
not
sack
available
is a
for
very
service,
good
we'll need to
woman
either settle for a
replacement.
sack made of recycled silk sheets laid over until a silk track is retrieved, or multiple
Oh, the
uses.
service voucher. Okay.
I'll just Darko. I'll drop it in your inventory so you can just read it in your inventory.
Or come back
I
at a
can
later
make that
time.
sack quite enticing.
No, after all of you guys get a chance to read that, it's in your inventory now, Darko. It should be in your second tab.
No re-entries. Love it.
You got it, Darko?
No.
I love that. That's so good.
I have no idea where to go for that.
Okay, so on your character sheet, open up your character sheet,
Okay.
and then you're
Oh.
gonna see inventory, and you should see service voucher.
No. All I see is unarmed strike and half plate.
Interesting. You might have to reload that one then.
Ugh. Mhm.
If you wanted to reload your browser real quick, that's up to you. But I'll read it out loud, and then you can check it out after. So what you guys see is it says reservation on it in these big bold letters, as if this is like an official potential voucher. And it says, a purchased in advance wench to fill your thirst options available upon appointment. And beneath that, it has 3 names. The first one is Seamus Dress. And it has a quote, assumingly from them. I like a lover with salt in the wound. Then the next person available would be Jade. One look at me and you'll see. And then the last one listed is Merlaid. Some say I moan like a mermaid at sea. And then underneath it, there's a disclaimer. If in the event one of these above mentioned are not available for service, you will need to either settle for a sack made of premium recycled silk sheets layered over until a sack traction was achieved over multiple uses, or come back at a later time.
Boob.
No re-entries, and then beneath it there's a complete business license, a proud brothel, a part of Boob, license number 696969. Brothels of official business.
Nice.
Darko, were you not able to find it?
I found it. Yeah.
Okay, you found it. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so as she sits there and has all of you guys, Google at this, she goes, so, what do you think, boys? Think we can sell a couple of these and provide a couple services?
Hi, mate. I think you're part of the crew now.
Yes, Rep did mention that. I took the liberty of just assuming that a sign was necessary, and when you go and look for the paper, it has been signed.
The crew grows.
As that happens, Chosen One is now Chosen One married. He go to bed. Little Chosen and Little Buck, come with us. Come with me. I can't move Little Buck, so. I assume he follows Little Chosen. I assume he follows Little Chosen.
Yeah. You follow Little Chosen. You're right.
Because Little Chosen's
Where the hell
basically
is Little Buck?
dominated him.
Is Little Buck under someone?
I don't. He was by Cobalt. I don't know what happened, but
I'll drop him again.
Little Chosen is under me.
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right, we go to bed.
Oh whoops! That's why Little Chosen 1. His name is wrong on Little Buck. It's supposed to be Little Buck. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, it even says Little Buck. How weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm assuming they sleep in the same bed, and then I sleep in this bed, and we go to bed.
You got it.
Henry leans into the
With that, I
whisper to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, all.
All right, man.
Good night.
Peace.
Later.
Henry leans in to Hermby and just says, I see. He'll grow on you. What be your name?
Terrell Reed.
Tarot read. A fine ring to it. A fine ring. You'd be a very valuable member of the crew.
Well, I hope you guys bring in the kind of service we need to sell these things, because that's the only time we're ever going to actually see any of this potential profit, of course. These
Hi, lassie.
girls
We
don't come
got the
cheap.
Instacart.
Yes, we'll discuss those business terms later. I'm not quite certain I understand exactly what this Instacart service is.
I don't have anything else to say right there.
All right. With that, did you guys want to call it there and pick it up at the Jolly Roger for the first time in some time?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good time. We turn
Yeah.
in, we get fully rested, and go from there. Sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
All right.
You ruined my
guys,
book.
Mars is
I know
like
it's
at
your
like
fault.
3 a.m. for him, so.
I know
I'm crying
we
in my
avoided
room
all
right
death
now,
in the
reading a
library. Well, Henry
book.
avoided
I'm
death
ruining
in the
its pages
library.
with tears.
Yeah, that I mean.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you guys were gonna retreat it or not. I knew you guys were hurting in stats, but I wasn't sure how like you guys would have approached it. So it was a very valiant move to flee. So I'll give you guys that. That is not too common. And you guys did it in such a manner where
that
it was
helped
obviously
push us
reluctant
up.
at first, and you watched it escalate, and you guys then made a rash decision when a spewing flamethrower.
I would have let you
Yes,
fight, and
direct.
I would have just been pulling books out while you were
It's an
fighting.
easy decision, I think, at that point.
I needed more time. Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Henry
needed
wanted
time.
to fight.
As always. Give him more
Yeah.
There's a lot of
time.
looky-loos inside of there.
Yeah,
Everyone's hanging out inside.
That was my problem with
What's
it.
happening
Was
in
like,
here?
I couldn't know that the whole crew would be a part of that, so.
While you're screaming fire.
Yeah.
Fire, fire. So what is that? A chandelier? Oh.
Investigating the
You
lights
pushed
and
me
stuff.
in.
I'm actively encouraging people to walk into the fire. Go in there, go.
So yeah, some future updates.
Oh, you've actually made it to the end. Well, congratulations, because you get to listen to more of me. If you enjoyed what you heard today, or saw, or experienced inside your own imagination, please consider joining us on our Patreon at patreon.com/leavalegacy to support us and gain extra benefits to this Discord we talk about. So our Discord server is where we take the live session, or our live session, and move right into play-by-post, which is another form of gameplay that's meant for the time-constrained individuals, while we found a way to make it benefit even the non-constrained individuals. So here we are, enjoying a game 24/7 or as much as we can to get the full story and not miss any of the nitty-gritty or get confused in the details, because when you play every day, you don't forget much. But again, thank you so much for joining us, and consider joining our Patreon if it's something you might be interested in. Till then, see you next time.